Yeah, nigga, I know your street number.
Ah, word. All right, what's poppin', everybody? What's Gucci man here? Kicking it. Shut up, Sensei. Ooh, shit, that's myself. Oops, my bad.
Yeah, nigga, what you talking about?
It's whatever. All right, we out here with my nigga Yo Sensei. We live, baby.
Relax.
We live. Oh, what you doing, that son? But no, we out here killing it as usual. Check the 936 going down. You know, niggas is late as usual. So I said, you know what? If they're late and they don't want to talk right now, that's fine. Sensei's here. He's on time. So I said, why not chill and talk to the chat for a little bit? I'm sure y'all have very, very interesting ideas on what went down. Was watching the Sawyer vid until I saw the homie go live. Wow, I appreciate that. You would rather watch my vid than Sawyer's. I really appreciate
Oh yeah, we
that. Thank
appreciate
you.
all that, baby.
Oh yeah, baby. But yeah, we gonna be doing this shit. Talk about chapter 936. But how y'all doing, chat? That's what I want to know. Hans, you a bitch. Why you in the chat but you ain't fucking in the stream?
Yeah, Hans with your assuming ass,
Fucking
shrunken
retard.
head ass boy.
Spidey Jackson. Fuck Spidey Jackson.
Yeah,
I'll be
fuck
doing.
you, Spidey J. Yeah, fuck out of here.
Nice. I'll send Soap the link before he starts bitching at me.
Now let him start bitching at you, the shrunken head ass.
No, he don't get in here all loud. Don't nobody want to hear that.
And I'm gonna mute myself when he get in. He think he gonna get a response? Psych. Fuck he thought.
You said, Sensei, I'm coming, bitch. Yo.
He gonna
Hey,
get in
man.
here.
Hey, man, it's Friday. Friday.
Hey,
Friday.
gang, gang, gang.
You
Is
already
that
fucking
Fruit?
know. Hey, what's
Yo,
up,
oh my
bro?
god.
What up, what up,
What's
what
up,
up?
Yo,
bro?
the white man has graced us with his
Gang, gang,
presence.
bro. I think this might be your first time on a stream of mine.
Yeah.
So Sensei want to be a bitch ass nigga, huh?
Oh my god.
Yo,
Last
come on,
time
dude.
I
Don't
went
do
in the
that.
stream
Food
and there
in
was no
here.
one in here, but we got people in here now, so.
It's
Sorry.
Yeah.
food in here.
What's up, Sensei? I heard you got trolled like a motherfucker today.
I did get trolled, and now
Yeah.
they deciding the top trolls.
So you mad now,
All right, hold on.
huh?
I'll be right back, boys. I'm gonna grab a beer.
Cause they had you hot at 10 a.m.
Oh no, I wasn't mad. I wasn't angry.
You was hot, boy. Come on now.
No, I actually was laughing because Hater was trying to tell me some
All
shit,
right,
but I
no one
know
gives
he
a
was
fuck
getting
about the
PC
story.
about.
Balling like a hot boy, hot boy, hot boy.
I'm
Hot
telling
Yo,
you,
but the
Sensei
white
was
man
sitting
has
there
graced us.
screaming and stuttering. It sounded like he couldn't catch his breath, yo.
Yo,
Damn, bro, you got
dude,
you got a troll to the point you was having an asthma attack.
I'm telling you, he sounded like Black
Virgo,
Luffy when he yipped.
Virgo, that is
Alright, this is
not
the first
true.
time
Yo,
I'm seeing
Hans, put that on
Vergo.
somebody.
You've never seen him before.
Nope.
Well, thank you.
You
I
never
appreciate you
seen
never watched
Virgo's
any of
face?
my streams, you
Don't he
fucking
look like?
asshole.
Don't he look like Andre 3000 to a certain extent?
I,
I can see it.
He looked like Andre 3000 if he got hit
I'm
in the
sorry, Miss
fucking face with a
Jackson.
you know
bat.
what's funny?
I ain't
I
Honestly,
gonna
I
did.
don't I
leave.
don't even know what I thought Virgo looked like, to be honest. For some
Nigga.
reason I knew that much. I knew that much, but
No, I was actually Andre 3000 this past Halloween, and
Oh yeah, you pulled
some
that off
dude was like, "You
successfully.
Andre 3000, right?" He was like, "Yeah, I'm Andre 3000." He's like, "I'm gonna call you Andre 1.5 stacks. You half of that nigga." I was like, "All right, cool.
god damn.
All right, cool. Cool, I guess."
That's
I'd have
funny.
called you Andre
This
300.
man drinking at 3 p.m. and he's always talking about, I'm not drunk. Yeah, man, you're an
Oh yo,
alcoholic.
I'm
Get the
not.
fuck
Virgo,
out of
Take
here.
it off. Hey,
let's go. I'm about to
it's
go
Friday,
get the black
bro.
Henny.
Come
We
on.
on it.
It's Friday.
Oh, is that Fruit? What's up, Fruit?
Yeah, what up?
I
Sorry,
told
I
you
No,
the
didn't
white man
recognize your
graced us with
I,
voice.
his
and
presence.
I'm pretty sure Matt's not coming because he's mad that I didn't join his.
I think Matt's just trolling. I don't. He might come. I don't know.
No, he's legitimately got to be mad. Ask him right now in the chat if he's mad at me.
Yo, y'all want to hear a funny story?
No.
I mean,
Yo,
sure, we
listen,
haven't said
wait.
a damn thing about
Listen,
One
so
Piece yet, but go ahead.
the nigga Virgo sent me the link, right? So I joined the fucking chat, and the nigga is in his hoodie, like all the way in it. You can't
Oh
see his
my
face, you
god.
only see his eyes, and he bobbing up and down, listening to "Murder on My Mind." I think I just jumped a random ass call. I'm like, who the fuck is this? And he ain't saying
Okay, now
shit,
that I
nigga.
think
He just
about it,
looking
it is
at the
kind of weird.
screen.
I forgot I had Murder on My Mind playing.
Yeah, he just was looking at the screen. Murder on my mind. I'm like, who the fuck is this? This can't be Virgo. I left that shit fast as fuck. I'm like, hell nah.
I was actually just listening
That's
to
a little
Melly before
awkward.
I joined in here. That's funny.
That's a little awkward, I will say. But let's get right into it though. What do you guys takes on 936 though? What do you think about it?
I thought it was a good chapter, honestly. Like out of the last few chapters we've gotten, I felt like this was like a decent setup chapter and it was enjoyable.
Mhm.
Based on our conversation last time, I told y'all Law is trash. The people that surround Law is trash, and this this chapter just cement that.
Wait,
You know,
what? What does that even mean?
you know what I
He's
mean?
saying because
Hey,
Beppo got captured.
Because
yeah,
Beppo
because
got
they're
captured.
trash, and he's trash.
What do you
So
mean
that you know,
Luffy got captured?
That's
For
different.
like the
That's
10th
just plot.
time.
That's
What
just
do you
plot
That's
mean?
confusion.
different.
How is that
That's
different?
different. That's different.
How is that
We
different? He just said
listen, listen,
every arc.
listen. Fruit. Listen to the stream. Yes, the last stream Virgo did. You'll hear like it's like towards the end. You'll hear me talk about Law. I let him know.
I mean, obviously we know Beppo isn't like fucking like anything insane,
Listen,
but I
Law's
mean, like,
garbage. His whole crew garbage. Niggas just garbage.
All right. That
But
is
I did.
so take anybody else with that's pessimistic.
But besides that, I like the whole like the Zorro shit. Like I mean, it took a while for us to get to the thing we've all been wanting to see. But I'm glad that
yeah, that's
we're finally here.
that's the one thing I did like about this chapter because the entire time I've been wondering this arc, like, what the fuck is like what is the purpose of Zoro? Like, what is he doing? And we finally
Why
like
is he
figured out
wandering?
what?
Like, why is he wandering like this?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering like the entire arc, like how is he gonna like what's gonna come into play with what he's doing, and we
Yeah.
pretty much figured it out. He's pretty much gonna get like all the swords from this dude and like give them to the alliance so that all of like the samurai that have their swords taken away from Odin or not Odin, Orochi, they can fight now.
I would say so. But speaking of Zoro, that little interaction with that bandit is kind of interesting. And I think it's gonna probably end up being a meeting with Denjiro because of that. Because obviously that guy's not complete fodder that Zoro hasn't killed him immediately yet. Or is there something? There's more purpose to him. Otherwise, Zoro would just took him out, took his sword, and left. Right. So I believe there's some purpose to him.
Well, yeah. Did you read the extra page on Jimini's box?
No, sir. What's up?
There's like it explains like the dude like that Zoro's fighting. He's
The
based off.
Benkei? Benkei?
Yeah, Benkei.
Okay. I did.
Yeah, so I mean, he's definitely going to be important in some way, shape, or form. And I don't know if you guys follow Marco the Theorist on Twitter, but he posted something about how his thing looks really similar to like I think it was a panel of like the 9 daimyo that Kinemon was talking about in one of the earlier panels. So he's probably pretty strong.
That'd be pretty tight. I know. We were talking about this last time. We had the 5 Yakuza bosses. I didn't. That was an interesting revelation. How that's gonna tie in with their alliance and also with Holger. Possibly, we all know eventually Luffy and Grandpa Hugh are gonna get fucking freed, right? And that's probably gonna be a huge resurgence in the alliance they have. But how I obviously can't piece that together. I'm not Oda, but it's gonna come into fruition in some way, shape, or form.
Big Mom gonna crash to jail while they fighting. They're gonna break up.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. But in what manner? Like, is Luffy gonna be whooping Queen's ass by the time Big Mom shows up? Because here's one thing I didn't like is him taking the cuffs off Luffy willingly.
Putting the collar on him.
It's basically saying kick everyone else's here ass but me.
Yeah, I mean, I know what you're saying, Virgo, but at the same time, like he pretty much just he took the cuffs off and then he put another thing on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The only way that I'll think it's trash.
Can I just say something real quick about that? Like that whole handcuff scene. Like, I know Luffy's saying we're pretty much gonna escape now because the handcuffs is off as a joke, but like the fact that he removed the handcuffs himself, like there's something major must come out of this prison shit because this whole time we've been led to believe that the whole purpose was to get a key for those goddamn handcuffs so Luffy could be free, and the fact that that Queen is the one to do that for us is a little annoying, you know what I mean? But like now, like the fact that he removed those handcuffs from him, like that. Listen, that claw, that neck shit is not going. That's not going to happen. We all know that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, obviously. I mean, Luffy's not gonna get his fucking head chopped off.
That's not gonna happen because first of all, now he can hockey up his neck. No, dude, he just used Conqueror, so obviously he's hockey now, right? So that's not gonna do anything to him. But with that, the key Raizo has, it could easily be Kawamatsu's.
I think that's what it is. Yeah, for sure.
Some people are saying it could be Eustace Kids as well, which I like that theory.
Yeah,
Kid is gone. Kid is out of here. Why would he need Kid's key?
Well, because
I'm not 100% on board with that.
well, we know Kid escaped, obviously, right? But we don't know how he escaped, right?
Yeah.
Because if you remember when we first saw Queen, right, and like they were talking about how like everyone escaped, and like Luffy was like literally in the middle of like escaping and getting out with his cuffs still on. So we know that it's possible that Kid could still escape with his cuffs on. So he probably still has his cuffs on, and it would also be a good way to kind of like I don't know, like reintroduce Kid in the plot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because as it stands now, Kid really has no reason to kind of like team up with everyone. But
Yeah.
Yeah, because he
The
could be
real
just like
question
anyone
is,
there.
where's Killer?
yeah, Killer and Apu, we don't know. I think it would be interesting if like Kid runs into Apu or something, because we know that Hawkins and X Drake are kind of like after Sanji and Law. So it'd be cool if like Kaido sent.
X Drake.
It would be cool if Kaido sent Apu
That's the
for a
title of
Kid.
the stream. I'm gonna get to that later. I still want to talk about the prison.
Yeah.
Because I still want to talk about how I'm like. I mean, I don't know. I still want to talk about the Queen thing because, like, you take the cuffs off of him when he's already beating the shit out of your headliners with them on. What did he think was gonna happen? Like,
I think Queen genuine. I don't know if Queen is aware of like Luffy and all of the shit Luffy's done, but like it's just the same typical thing that we see from most One Piece antagonists is they underestimate the shit out of him.
So
Even though there's so many fucking instances of them not like they should not underestimate him, but they do it anyway. I hate it. Like,
Yeah.
because
I mean, my whole thing is like I feel like the end result like kind of makes it not trash or not trash depending on what happens, right? So if Queen deals with Luffy and then like Luffy gets saved by like Big Mom or some shit like that,
yeah,
then I think it's fine, right? But if Queen gets like bodied by Luffy in some way, shape, or form, then it's just trash. Yeah.
I mean, I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people, Fruit. Like he's not losing to Queen. Like there's no, I can't see that after him.
The last two streams that apparently like Queen's gonna get bodied.
I'm like, look, after his fight with
Yeah.
Katakuri, he's not losing to Commanders anymore. Like it just.
I mean,
it's
I
not
don't know.
happening.
Like it's really hard to say. I mean, I don't know how strong Queen is, but like he does have like a pretty higher bounty than Katakuri. So we don't know.
But that's
Yeah.
I'm like,
they out
don't
here
take this
fucking
as
shit
me
up more.
saying like Luffy's gonna wash the shit out of Queen. I don't think that at all. He's not gonna one shot this nigga. That'd be absurd. But like Queen's not whooping his ass. That's like
Queen ain't stronger than Katakuri, man. That's all I
that's a fact.
I mean, I wouldn't say that's a fact.
Not a fact.
I agree with you, but I'm just saying I don't know. It could be either or. I don't think he is stronger than Katakuri, but it could be either or.
I just find it like now like it just all fits too perfectly for me. Like the fact that Queen is removing his handcuffs and now this nigga can use hockey. That was the only thing to me that was saving Queen from getting hurt by Luffy. And now that he removed that obstacle, like no.
Nah, I mean I don't know. If let's just assume that Queen is the strongest Katakuri just for the sake of argument.
Sure.
Like I feel like you're completely exaggerating. Like, because like if Luffy rematched against Katakuri right now, maybe he would beat him. Like you can make that argument, but he's not washing him in any way. Shape, or form.
I want to make that clear. Like I'm not saying he's washing these people.
Oh, okay.
Like,
well, that's what you made it sound like.
No. It's not no one shot. But he like there's no doubt in my mind. Luffy's not losing to these people anymore.
Yeah. In like a straight up fight, I would agree, but you have to remember.
I mean, I'm just talking about just from a story standpoint. Otis is not going to let him lose to fucking Commander. Like however we feel, regardless.
All I'm saying is like in the context that this like situation is set up in, you have Queen who's like this fucking big ass dude, and like he's probably got some like crazy conquerors armament hockey or some shit. Mm-hmm. So like I wouldn't be surprised if he could like be better than Luffy in this like sumo match type.
I mean, we'll see for sure whatever Queen's abilities are, but to me, Otis putting Queen in front of Luffy to say like to put on wax in our heads, Commanders versus Luffy, they're not beating him at all at this point. And I feel like he's gonna use Queen. Like Queen is the Bluno of this whole shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
What Wallow said, Mosh?
What Wallow said?
Wallow was like, yo, in the sumo match that they're gonna have, right? Luffy gonna win. Queen gonna let off the collar and then bust him in his head. Like, now you really gotta fight.
Really?
That would be funny.
That would be
Very
funny.
pretty.
I'd be fine with that. Truth be told, like if it like he gets so mad over the sumo shit that he just turned into a real fight, I'd be cool with that. But I don't want it.
That'd be nice.
Like again, my whole problem with this whole prison scene is just how Oda built up the fact that Luffy needed his handcuffs removed, and instead of having his allies go through that, he just made the enemy do it. And like to have Luffy say, "Okay, we're done now," like that's just like that's a fact. We're done now. Like there's nothing impeding Luffy from escaping no more. Not this fuck ass collar neck, none of that.
I think that the reason Oda put that in there was to kind of like talk to the audience a little bit, right? Because he's like, "We're done now," and then Queen's like, "Wait a second, we're not done with anything. Like, I took off your handcuffs and I just added another collar. You're pretty much still in the same position."
Yeah, but to me, we know like that was the main thing that was holding Luffy back, and for him not to have that shit no more is like a big
like
that's
the
a
big difference.
Can't even step in the ring.
Wait, what?
Huh?
The Conqueror's hockey, they can't even step in the fucking ring.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm glad that we're getting this Conqueror shit, honestly.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the more and
This is
more I
like
see
the
him
example of,
use
like,
it, like
I
I
was
feel
mad
like
he
this
didn't
arc
use
is gonna
great
be
moment.
real
Finally, Oda's
Conqueror's
using
heavy.
opportunities where he should be using Conqueror's hockey to get fodder out the way, get fodder out the way.
Yeah.
There's been
Yeah,
many
but I'm like hope.
He should have did it in a whole cake back with all those chess pieces.
Yeah,
Like these are the moments he needs to be using it.
I mean, I'm just hopeful, like in these cases that we see him using observation hockey, especially in this, or Conqueror's hockey, especially in this arc, that I'm hoping that in the same way observation got incredibly developed in Whole Cake, that this is the arc for Conquerors to finally do some shit. Because like there's been like throughout this arc this theme about Conquerors hockey that has not been addressed yet, both from Kaido and from Luffy and Kid. You know what I mean?
Oh, Luffy gonna have some shit this arc at the end
I
of it.
was. So here's what I was thinking. So I thought last arc was on a big observation arc, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say the armament arc would have been now, and I would say getting towards the end of the story would have been a Conqueror's thing where he could truly be a conqueror because near the end of the story.
I don't know if ornament is gonna really ever be an issue for Luffy, honestly. Like, not to say that his ornament is like weak, but I think because he has such a deep melding of his ornament with his devil fruit that it kind of balances each other. So he doesn't need superior. I don't think we need a deep dive into that. You know what I'm saying?
But what if we go to Elbaf and then we get that shit?
What, the Conquerors?
No, the
anything that might be.
I mean, it's fine. I just don't see the point of needing to explain, like going into detail. Like the observation shit, we needed more clarity on. The ornament, like it just gets harder, right?
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, to a certain extent. Yeah, I guess.
You know what I mean?
Or I guess that shit. Remember that shit Rayleigh was doing, like armament explosion type shit.
Oh, like he did that wall shit.
Yeah, shit like that.
Yeah, I definitely think there's more to armament hockey.
Maybe. I just feel like there's a lot of like we can. I feel like ornament is a little more self-explanatory than observations and for a fucking fat Conquerors.
Like you said with Rayleigh and also Sentomaru with the projectile armament.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that could definitely be expanded upon. Someone asked, "Who do you think ran up on Law's crew?" And I think it might have been a Pooh.
Oh, I hope it's a Pooh.
Nah, it was definitely.
I hope it's a Pooh.
Nah, it was definitely Hawkins and X Drake, like one of the two or both.
No, because didn't in the chapter they said Drake found out, like he heard the news about it. Like it wasn't like he himself went out and did it.
I thought the context it was brought up in was that like Law's crew got captured to kind of like bait him out. I thought it was Sanji that brought it up. I didn't.
Yeah, Sanji said.
Oh, maybe Sanji said it. Sorry, yeah maybe.
Yeah, so like the way I kind of like took it is that either one of two things: either Hawkins and X Drake are like kind of like getting Law out just to like have a conversation with him and like be like, "Yo, like fucking like we got like a plan or something like that," or it's just simply just to like get Law out just so they can like capture him and fight him or whatever.
It is weird, like especially with like Law and Hawkins. Like we know Hawkins had Law right in front of his fucking face, and after he shot that fucking sea stone nail into him, we just skipped that scene after that, and Law is gone and is with Usopp and Frankie. So I feel like they must have had They must have had some
What?
conversation or something. You know what I mean? Like I feel like just it seems like for Hawkins to put Law in that that precarious situation and not take advantage of that without some sort of dialogue going on would be weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Bro, listen, right? You know that island that what's his name? Corazon died on.
Mm-hmm.
When Law
Okay.
got out that little barrel, what you think he did? He ran,
Cried.
and he been running and crying. Nigga,
Yeah.
he got feet. He ran. He got up
He
out of
got
there.
feet.
Yeah.
Stupid.
He does have a lot of crying feats. So I want to talk about next. Going to the bathhouse. Before I go into the meat and potatoes of the bathhouse, let's talk about how Hawkins and Drake already know to look for the
Talk
tattoo.
about no meat and potatoes in a
To
bathhouse,
look for the
nigga. The
what?
fuck?
The tattoos.
The tattoos. They're already teaching for the
Oh, that's the one. That's probably the most interesting part of the story. No idea. No idea.
Somebody's a bitch.
Yo, Vergo.
Yes.
Yo, no nobody want to talk about meat and potatoes in a bathhouse, nigga.
Bro,
The fuck?
that's the one thing you took from what I said.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is there a chance that maybe like Kilshiro told? I don't.
People
Yeah,
think
that's
that
what I was
Yeah.
People think
South
there's
the
a
fact
more
that
of a
Kia Stroh's a
product,
red
but
herring.
Doesn't he know? He should be like he saw what's her name
yeah,
holding that.
yeah.
I'm telling y'all, Kira is more.
That's the key. Him picking it up after Komurosaki.
Yeah, because like the thing is, you got to remember, like this whole bathhouse scene was kind of like, actually, who were they looking for? Were they looking for not? That's the one thing I was a little bit confused about.
Terrible mask.
I think they were looking for Sanji. Yeah.
Were they looking for Sanji?
Yeah, he said
Yeah.
they were looking for terrible mask. They made
But I
this
Well,
think-
no,
I think-
Drake was looking for Sanji, but
I think Hawkins. I don't know what Hawkins was looking for, but it seemed like
man Ray changes.
they saw Nami and Robin and that bitch, and they were like, yeah, you got to go too. So it is really confusing.
Well, yeah,
You probably
'cause,
have
like-
to wait for the vids to drop.
yeah, when they pulled up to the place, Hawkins was like, "Yo, come in with me." Blah 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 blah. He's like, "I don't give a fuck about this.
Fuck,
Like,
yeah.
just do what you got to do. I'm only like around for like I'm only worried about Osoba mask or whatever he said." Yeah. So.
Yeah.
That Nami scene though.
Hold on, we gonna get to that. So they come in there, and first of all, I want to talk about. I said this in Laz's stream about how
Oh,
Drake is kind of talking down to Hawkins. Basically,
What do you mean?
And like in terms of rank, it seems like he was like, I outrank you. You do all the searching. I'm out here looking for someone.
I didn't take it like that. And even to me, like I feel like Hawkins is such a if it's not in the cards, he don't give a fuck what you got to say to him. You know what I mean? Like that's the way I view his character.
Well,
like he's just.
I think it's a little bit more lighthearted than that. I think that because when we first saw it, I see how you could say that, but like since we got the reveal that X Drake, he's kind of like that. Like he has that like Sanji thing to where he like nosebleeds when he sees girls, and he's like obsessed with like that type of thing. I think that's more like he was trying to like save himself from like going crazy. You know what I mean? Because he knew it was a bathhouse and he might see like girls in there or something. I think that's what happened. But
fucking
man, that
I didn't know X Drake was gonna be a verse.
Weak.
So that's interesting.
Weak. Soon as I saw that, I was just like, these people need to stop telling me he's the strongest supernova. People need to stop telling me that.
I always hated hearing that because we've seen nothing from him.
I
mean,
know.
You can't say that. You can't not say that because he's
Whoa, holy shit.
good.
Huh?
I said, I mean, people can still say that. Like just because he saw a naked bitch and got like hot and bothered, he's still the strong.
No. I can say that the same way that people said Ichiji was fucking first commander level because he had a tattoo and was silent. I can say that X Drake is not the strongest motherfucker because he got a nosebleed.
I think the Drake thing has a little more credence because obviously Luffy. Obviously Luffy's the strongest, but I still think that Drake is in of the pirates in Kaido's crew.
He's in the top half.
Yeah, like he's the
is
top.
What you're saying.
And that itself would put him in the upper echelons of the supernova anyway. So
That's fine. That is fine. I think he's in the top half of the supernovas, but to say he's in the top 3 or even number 1 without seeing anything from him,
number 1.
Yeah, anyone
mad people say he's number 1. Mad people say he's number 1.
I mean, you gotta remember he's in the Discord, so he hears a lot of crazy shit. But
yo, I'm just letting y'all know, man. Like,
I'm not gonna fool you. I used to say he was number 1.
And like,
I know, Spidey.
I say it all the time.
I invited Grim. I invited Grim Reaper, but he is really tripping on Twitter.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, he's
And
been
he's
going
saying
on for
Oda's a
all
bitch,
that.
Oda's a hack, Oda's lost his touch because
For
he
what?
off-screened an escape.
What?
An
I
escape
think a
from
lot of
who?
people are just angry that like he keeps off-screening shit. And I mean, I can understand
mean,
why, but I
Yeah,
don't really care that much.
I mean,
that
like,
is
yeah, I
trash.
don't care that much either. What did you? When you see how many characters are in this motherfucker, go like we knew how many people were gonna be on Wano before we got to Wano. So like, there should be no like he doesn't have enough time. If he showed us every little thing, then we would be
Yeah,
here
exactly.
forever,
Like
man.
Yeah,
I don't need like an extra page to figure out what happened. Like I can pretty much
Yeah.
explain what happened.
I disagree
I
with
just
that.
got walked away. Big deal. You
I mean,
want to really see that?
I mean,
Sanji pretty much just went invisible, picked everyone up, and just left. Like that's
I
pretty
mean, like, but the page one thing I understand, like that's kind of cool, but literally it feels like a page is missing. Like it's a panel.
It does feel like a page is missing. I absolutely agree. It's
It's
weird.
a pan. Like I don't like
One
it,
page.
it's fine they didn't show it, but the way it's structured is bad. Like
It
they're
is
looking
weird,
at Sanji,
yeah.
like in the air. Like that's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, like that's
I mean,
the thing.
like-
Like I agree. I wish that he would have showed like a little bit more, but at the end of the day, I'm not like tripping, like fucking like,
But
oh,
here-
this is the worst shit
Here's
ever.
my
Yeah, it's
response
not a
to
big
that
deal.
though, too. Though, like all of these off-screen shits, in the same way that there were a lot of off-screens in Whole Cake, will be shown in the anime. Like I don't know why we act like that's not a reality.
True.
Like it's gonna happen.
But a lot of people don't like that. I
I
personally
think
don't
that's
care.
fine.
Yeah,
I
I
don't-
think it's fine. I think it's fine, but a
Like
lot
and
of
then
people
like a lot of those off-screen things, especially like let's take Whole Cake for example, right? Like there were a lot of off-screen shit that during the when we were reading the arc itself, that people would go to the extremes about what happened and this actually happened and this, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
Whole Cake Island just evened it out by making it the most logical thing ever. You
Well,
know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
even-
And I feel like that will happen with Wano too.
even like the Katakuri fight, people say like they off-screened the last punch or whatever. Even though I
people or one person.
well,
It was a lot of
People, it's
people.
been people.
Everybody,
there was a lot of-
everybody,
Yeah.
All right,
everybody.
I digress.
yeah, there was a lot of people that said that, but I never really cared about that, anyways. But yeah, a lot of people were mad, and they pretty much showed it in the anime. So I mean, yeah,
It was. I think people were mad because it was confusing. To be fair,
yeah.
honestly.
I don't
Like,
think it was that confusing, but I could understand how someone would be confused by it.
Yeah. But I mean, like of the all screening that we've gotten in Wano is not that. It's not by much.
Yeah, but I will admit though, like the part where like Hawkins like sends his like straw sword at Nami, right, and it's about to grab her, and then she drops her top. That was trash because the nigga just disappears after that. Like in the next panel, he's nowhere to be found. He doesn't even show up again until Drake comes in. So like, what happened to Hawkins for that whole time? Did he just like instant transmission away? Like he was right in front of Nami. Like they don't really explain what happened.
He wasn't right in front of Nami.
He was you lit in the panel where she's dropping her like her towel. You can
Happy
see
as
his
fuck, nigga.
little sword is like literally about to grab her, and he's like, "Oh,
Yeah,
that's
Hawkins
Oh,
was in
yeah.
the entranceway of
He
the
was-
bathhouse.
Yeah, so like
Hey,
the
you know
way
why
I
he
took
dropped
the
his
panel,
sword?
and then he evaporates."
well, the way
Why
I
he dropped
kinda,
his sword, brother?
what?
Do you know why he dropped his sword?
Why?
What happened?
Why did he drop his sword? You asked us, do we know why?
Because it got real sexy.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
What is this? What is okay? Nope. Mm-mm.
Now me showing them titties, and it was time, baby. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, enough of that.
This what I
Anyway.
be talking about.
Anyway, yeah,
Nah, but,
real freaky. And she was
the way I took it, like if you look at like the way it played out, like Nami and Robin were like hiding in like kind of like a back room, right? And that's like when if you look at the panel, what's the ninja girl's name? The old girl?
No,
Yeah, Shinobu. She had like an eye on her like hair or whatever. That was pretty much like Robin spying from like the back room, like seeing what was going on. And like I'm pretty sure Hawkins like he used his sword to like go in the back room and like he found her or whatever, you know what I mean? So like he wasn't like right in front of her. He like dragged that sword across like the entire room to find her.
yeah, it was also interesting. They brought up the eye that was on Shinobu. You see the eye? Everybody thought that was Robin's.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I assumed it was.
I thought it was
Nami.
Sanji for a minute.
I thought
it was Sanji.
I assumed it was Nami. I thought it was Nami because of like where she was before that scene, and then like how she popped up afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Like it looked like she was peering through her pigtail type shit. Because we didn't see we saw Robin, but we didn't at the same time. It was weird. You know what I mean?
I don't see that to be out of her abilities to make an eye come out.
No, I don't either. But I'm talking about just from
Haven't
like a
we seen her do
positioning
that
standpoint.
before?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I can't recollect.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's done that mad times. I think she did in Alabasta.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anybody.
like the Gara eye, kind of.
But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but that X Drake shit had me weak.
That shit was so weird because like
it was kind of weird. I don't know how I feel about it.
I didn't think he was gonna. They said sober mask, and he was like sober mask. He went in there and he just couldn't take him.
I love honestly. Can we talk about that real quick? Like, I love the hype that's around Sanji in that number 3 suit, man.
I gotta admit, I do too.
Like, just like all of these, and it's faders that are seeing him in that suit, and they're like, "Holy shit!" Like, we got a problem. Like, all of them, universally was like, "Ah, fuck, this is not good," and I love that.
I mean, no, now they got them titties. It's too easy. You had to go down. Also, I think it's interesting with Sober Mask. I'm gonna start calling him that. Sanji, fucking Drake. Everybody from North Blue immediately either fanboys or just immediately notices who he is. That's Stealth Black.
Yeah.
One thing about that is that if Sanji was never really a part of it, how would they know? Unless there's a theory that it's a traditional thing where there's a different Winch Green and fucking Stealth Black every generation, but
it must be. Yeah. I think that's what the assumption is.
I'm pretty sure that is true. I heard someone say that before. I don't really know much about that theory, but I've heard someone say that before.
I think just based on the existence of the comics leads to that belief. I think that's probably the strongest evidence we got that there's a generational use of those suits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so who do you think with the previous generation? Judge and his
I don't know. I don't care. I don't know.
You don't care? Okay.
I don't
know.
I'm just saying, there's you know how I get rage. If there's no evidence, we're not talking about it.
I mean, okay.
I don't care about it just simply because it's Sanji, but I agree.
Yikes.
I just don't like Vinsmoke, so that don't mean shit to me.
Word. I wanted to say before I trail on to the next point, with Beppo and them getting jailed, is that a little too much with another rescue?
No, I think honestly, and I'm gonna keep it real, and not a lot of people are gonna like this. They should have been captured a long time ago.
I agree.
I personally think Law might sell out the people to rescue Beppo and him. He might sell out Luffy and them just to rescue Beppo. To me,
Law's crew is the worst crew we've seen in the series.
Dude, I feel like you're overreacting on this so hard because, say for example, X Drake and Hawkins captured him, right? Let's just say for example, one, you can't really fault them for that, and two, Sanji and fucking Brook got captured by fucking Capone.
What? Well, I mean, context. We got to talk about context here. I understand.
I let's talk about context with Beppo.
We don't know the context.
Then stop calling them trash.
No, they're trash. What have we seen? Beppo's Kung Fu Point Chopper. That's who Beppo is. Wow. And then we got two no-name niggas who we've seen from them is them get their ass whooped. That's what we've seen from those two dudes. And then the last dude, that John Barr dude, was a slave. So I give
bro, are you really?
Look. There is nothing, literally nothing impressive about Law's crew. Period.
I mean, I agree. I don't think that they're going to be anything crazy, but I highly doubt that Oda's going to make Beppo some trash can. I mean, I don't know how strong he's going to end up being, but
we'll see. Listen, the only time Beppo will get respect on his name is the moment he do Sulong. After that or before that, don't matter. Anything other than that is I'm not feeling because he's giving me nothing to feel.
Oh my God! Nonsense snap in the chest. If you see me in the forest with a grizzly bear, help the bear.
Help the bear. Oh my God.
Yikes! Come on, no Beppo love, bro. Y'all are bogus, bro. Where did this Law hate come from, my God?
I'm just so surprised
No,
in
Law
the
doesn't get
new
hate. His crew is
world,
trash.
Law has been we don't even know how long Law was separated from his crew once he became a Shichibukai. But the fact that he left his crew alone in the new world and they did not die is crazy to me.
Beppo stepped up. I'm
Did
telling
he?
you.
Did he?
So you don't
Well, I
Hey,
think
mean,
Most, you know the bet. Most, you know the bet we got. My bad. Go ahead, Fruit.
no, I was just saying you got to think about it in context. Like, obviously, I think that in the majority of Lost Crew's trash, but like compare it to like you remember when we first saw Kid and like there was like that pirate crew that he was like fucking with and like they're like, oh, it's the new world, it's so crazy, we just want to leave, and Kid's like, nah, bitch, you're dying here today or whatever. Like, it's not like they're like trash like that. Like they're trash, but they're not like super trash. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense.
They're mediocre.
All right,
mediocre.
I'll be. Let me be fair.
Yo, bro, what if
I
there's so
think.
much Beppo disrespect going on in the chat?
I mean, all they had to do was get to zone. They were like good from there. Like,
I will be fair about this. Like, I think part of my problem with Law's crew is that we don't know shit about them, and the little actions that we've seen them take is not. I wasn't impressed by that shit.
Right.
You know, so like I can't. To me, for Law to have all of this hype and his crew being his crew like that, I don't like that. That's too much cognitive dissonance for me. Like I don't like the way that shit feels, man.
Well, the thing is, I don't think that anyone is gonna have really that impressive of a crew outside of Kid. You know. Like even like fucking Capone's crew, like his crew is pretty fucking trash. You know what I mean?
Hey, no. All of them is gangsters.
Exactly.
Sorry. All of them.
They're better than the Penguin duo from Law's crew. Like who the fuck are those guys?
Nah,
they got that dude with that long ass tongue and shit.
Law doesn't even have the worst crew.
Penguin's low diff and Gotti.
Who has the lowest crew, Vergo?
Bonnie. Bonnie has the worst crew.
Yeah, I mean, but that's because we haven't really gone like in depth. Well, I guess she doesn't really have a crew anymore, actually, right?
Yeah, they all gone.
Oh, so yeah, I guess technically she does have the worst crew because it's just her. But
I mean, and what is Hawkins' crew? A bunch of cult followers?
that's my thing.
Hey,
there's Faust. There's that nigga Faust. Don't forget about Faust.
All I'm gonna say,
they believe in the cards.
The last thing I'm going to say on this topic is pretty much just I'm not going to power scale anything until we actually see them like do something, like, you know what I mean? Like we haven't seen shit from that at all. Like I have no idea where they stand.
Well, I want to take a little bit of time before we continue on. The chat's been talking to us, so let's answer a few of the things they've been saying. Let's see. Beppo should be a mascot for a cereal box.
That's facts.
Kind of, yeah.
Nonsense Snap said, tell Fruit to take Zolo's sword out of his booty hole. All right.
Wow.
Nah, I can't do that.
What?
All right.
Let's go, Wallow.
Okay. Kid has the worst crew. Killer is trash, and they have a trans in their crew.
Hey, whoever said that, tell them shut their mouth.
Tell them shut up. Trash too, but I like.
Are you calling the fire breather guy a tranny?
That's bait.
That's bait. That's their god-tier bait.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, now we can talk about I Get Lost, Mr. I Get Lost Everywhere.
Hey, you mean the greatest swordsman there will ever be? Yeah.
So I understand the guy snuck him and took his sword. But the guy's as big as a fucking house. Come on.
Hey, we learned this in Wano.
His observation ain't up there, Vergo. You know that.
Look, we learned this in Wano. Big people are sneaky. Bro,
first of all, I don't like that because people sleep on Zoro's observation hockey. It's actually fire.
I don't know.
Is it really? I love to do, but is it Vergo? Like, come on now.
Yeah.
You get your main weapon, then you fight with every arc taken from you.
Even when people are like taking that shit like way like harder than it needs to be. Like he literally got his fucking sword taken and dressed roast.
What up, bro?
Exactly, it was just as trash.
Trash too, bro.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, but like that's
that's
Zoro's entire character. Like he fucking is just dumb and like he lets dumb shit like that happen to him. Like,
whoa, slow it down. I gotta say that for quietly. Yeah, I'm back like I never left.
This nigga really stole Brago phrase.
Oh no.
All right, welcome. We sitting here discussing how Zoro once again got his sword stolen, but whatever. I digress. That can happen.
I'm sorry, but are we still gonna talk about how Sanji ran away though?
Oh.
he was against two supernovas. That was probably not.
Zoro ran away from one of those guys, and Sanji ran away from that guy and another person. Like what?
Yo, Sanji probably ran away from page 1 too.
Oh no.
He definitely ran away from page 1. He definitely ran away from page 1.
No, y'all crazy, bro. Like they
Bruh, I'm gonna put it this way. He's seen page 1 go into a final transformation, right? Page 100. You don't want that shit.
Oh no.
Now see what really happened though on some G shit. Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? He put a whoop on him, bro. You know what I'm saying? But that don't affect zones. Zones get back up, bro. You feel me? And if he ain't using no Diable Jambe, he definitely ain't got enough power to stop no zone.
I don't know about that.
Hey,
all right.
Dowski said Zoro got his sword stolen like YB and Almighty J.
Hey, chill out with that. Chill out with that.
So, anybody talking about how Shootamaro snitching on everybody?
Okay, so talk about that. Where is that coming from? I've heard that for the second time today.
I said the first time.
So why do you think that?
Because the Minks are framing him for stealing from the Cattle's farms.
Okay, so how does that make him a snitch? You think, if anything, I would tie in Kyoshiro finding that crescent moon on what's the name, Komurasaki, and then saying fan out and find these people.
Yeah, but for me, that feels like it's just too obvious. It's too old.
Okay, niggas thought Luffy coming out the main mirror was too obvious. I'll take the obvious now.
Niggas are saying it's character.
But you wasn't wearing a hat when you took the obvious though.
He wasn't what?
You wasn't wearing a hat when you took the obvious though.
Shut up, nigga.
If you're not wearing a hat, it's not official.
The man do look like Discount Brago right now, 100%.
Oh no.
This is what we now
100%.
That's Baby Brago right there. You got to rebrand as Baby Brago.
No, man. BDV the one that took his catchphrase.
Yeah, your new name Junior now too.
Junior.
All right, listen, Wallow. I've been nice lately. I got my laptop back. I will kick you.
I already stole Vergo's channel, so.
All right, y'all can take whatever y'all want, man. All right, like the stream. We out. We done.
No, we not done yet.
I was about to say, goddamn, that was fucking abrupt.
No, I'm joking. No, Wallow, what did you think about the chapter though?
Man, it is what it is, bro. Like I'm neither or with it, bro. I don't care, bro. It's just readable material at this point.
I didn't think the chapter was that bad though. Like it was better than the last few.
Of course you don't, bro. Mr. Peanut Brain.
Damn.
Hey, listen, Wallow. Like we got more out of this chapter than we had like the last three combined. I feel like. Like
that's what I said, bro. It's just adding to the readable material, bro.
Yeah. It's nothing spectacular, but I take a good one when we get one.
Absolutely. But what about you, BDV? What is your take on it? What really came out to you besides Sanji running, so to speak?
Hot as hell. God damn.
Shinobu almost half naked.
Oh yeah.
Shinobu thick as hell.
Yo, wildin', boy. That bitch built like a pig roast.
Yo, and I would eat it up.
Oh boy, it's violating, boy.
That's crazy.
Wild as hell.
Out of pocket, all the way out of pocket.
Like she is bitch is stale bread. And it's funny, she thinks she's the baddest bitch in the verse.
Cause she is.
Every nigga that tell her she not the baddest bitch, she uses her secret technique.
Dude, you know what jumped out to me though? I'm gonna keep it real. How dumb like most of these people in Wano are really being, bro. Like, how the fuck Queen gonna just take the handcuff off the nigga?
Thank
like,
you.
Bro,
No, I'm gonna defend that.
Thank you. I said
like
that as soon as I got in the
Kaido
stream.
didn't inform these niggas, hey, he got conquerors, don't take it off. Like he didn't inform his men.
I don't think they care. Like I think they're just underestimating him. Like we've seen every arc.
Like I said earlier,
listen.
they took the cuffs off and they just put another cuff on his neck, pretty much. I mean, that was
exactly.
But we know, like it's like the difference between the two cuffs is fucking monumental, and the fact that there's that big ass difference to me is trash.
The thing that a lot of people keep forgetting, bro, is that I already seen Rayleigh take this shit off with Hockey, bro, somehow or another. Like Luffy trained with Rayleigh, so he should be able to figure it out, bro. Like that shit can come off.
Well, this is what I'll say. If it turns out to be that like Luffy just takes off the shit with like Haki, and then he like disposes of Queen and nothing comes.
Yo, Fruit, we gotta get a Rayleigh flashback though first.
Yeah, that shit will be trash. I will admittedly say that's pretty trash. But as far as we know now, I don't have a problem with it.
I like it because like again, like the niggas saying that like he's dumb for like taking the shackles off, have to like say that like I'm not trying to make it about Katakuri, but like it's kind of the same thing really. Like Queen doesn't want to kill Luffy, he wants him in the crew. He's trying to like get him on their side. So like when he wanted to give him a fair chance, like that's the whole point. He's like, I'll spare you and you alone if you make through this trial.
That is true. The prison is stupid right now because if you really want to punish Luffy and you see what type of person he is, all you gotta do is start punishing the prisoners for every time Luffy says no or just fucks up.
I mean, for me, like
exactly.
For me, it was just like to remove those handcuffs is literally to just do a complete 180 from what the fuck you told us we were here for in the first place. So for you to go down this route is just like you dick teasing again. And why are you like you're changing the whole narrative that you set up for us?
Get your arms cut off. You do it again. Get your legs cut off. Why my nigga not doing it?
I'll admit that part is bullshit because Luffy the niggas right, left and right.
Like I said, from day one,
alluding to what barrel roll out that.
Like I said, from day one, that nigga came to prison. I'm like, okay, you join the crew or not? Nah, I'm not. I'm cutting cut homeboy's hand off over there.
Now, if this was the same,
that's big
right.
If it was the same, like he said, bro, like he see how hard or Willie is. What the fuck? Luffy is trying to go to protect the little old dude, bro. Just be like, bro, you don't comply, bro. I'm fucking him up.
I think it's
that's easy.
I think it's. Go ahead.
I just don't understand fucking taking off his handcuffs, which fucking nerfed him to give him all of his strength back, but put a fucking chain necklace on.
I ain't gonna lie, he kind of looking kind of swole now, though, bro. You see,
bro,
like,
he's build, yeah. Somebody posted a before and after, and I like the way how Otis. And I think a reason for that is the food that Sanji be feeding him. Honestly.
I wouldn't say. All right, what else? I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that right now.
I mean, I'm just saying, Sanji be saying the best way to help the crew is by building up their bodies, and the best way he could do that is by cooking them these recipes. And he's been feeding them nonstop since they came back. So, and it's real weird that once Sanji came on the crew, Luffy's body started to change.
Listen,
I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying.
No.
So
haven't we already came to the conclusion that the people that get captured are trash? Sanji's trash. Man. Let's get off that guy.
Dude, but what you
let's not talk about Sanji.
The thing that you forgetting, Soap, is that he getting swole eating little rice balls. Bro.
Yeah, it's them boulders too.
Yeah, he lifting boulders and eating little rice balls, bro. And he getting chiseled up out that bitch.
He's on that Russian prisoner diet right now.
Like he said, when he was talking about how he was training with them cuffs on, Luffy himself said, "Yeah, I'm gonna be way stronger." So,
yeah,
shit.
I mean, yeah. See. Also, I didn't bring up yet. Kawamatsu. He said, "Yo, basically, bro, I'm ready to go. I'm ready for action, bro. Let me out this bitch." And I think that's all a whole bunch of yah, and he's actually gonna come out there looking skinny as shit.
Yeah,
I thought. Now, if you look at, you can see his outline. That would be funny. He looked Diesel in his outline.
Yo, I'm laughing my ass off with this. Like
funny.
Like it looked like his neck melting to his shoulder. That's how.
Kawamatsu on that Uncle Iroh. You know the Uncle Iroh training regimen. He on that. He on the Uncle Iroh.
Yeah, I'm gonna laugh. He's like, whoa, old man. He yelled version 2.
Yo, I really want Grandpa Yo to just have like a good plate of ramen and just get buff up.
Get some Sanji. I'm telling you, get some Sanji food. He gonna be like, boom, I'm back, niggas.
I don't think that's gonna happen, bro, because he been malnourished for years, bro.
Like a beef.
What'd you say?
I mean, how long do y'all think he was in prison for?
I mean, probably like 2 years. Yeah,
gotta be like 6 years.
20 probably.
They said damn near since the beginning. From they came, they tried to get him to join, and he ain't joining. They locked his ass up.
Yeah.
Yo, if I was one of the niggas like one of the samurai from in there, I'd be pissed off because I've been in this prison for 20 years, but y'all know this nigga Luffy for like a year and a half, a couple months. Y'all come get him.
Yeah.
But imagine how salty you would be though. Real talk.
Yo, he is mad excited to see Rizzo. Hey,
yo, the moment you find out, yo, we didn't really come here for you though.
Well, he didn't know he was in there. I mean, if he knew he was in there, he would have.
The big facts is though, like y'all said, bro, it's either two things with him. It's either he's a gag type character about to hop out, or he with the fade because the nigga literally said, yeah, but no, he's the way he said it, bro. He ain't even care, bro. The nigga said when the final battle, bro.
Yo, he might be on some Arya Stark shit.
He didn't even ask him to escape first. The first question he asked was, "When are we fighting?"
He went straight to the beat. He was like, "When it was fighting."
Where the smoke at? Who wants smoke?
Hey, yo, Vergo, I'm telling you, make it even funnier when he comes out and he got no legs, no arms, and he's like, yo, you talk all that talk.
He a whole ass nub. That'd be funny.
That's why I said it's either gag or super fatal, bro.
Bro, he gonna come out. He gonna roll out like the motherfucker from the Oblong, like you said.
Oh no, not the dad.
He gonna be like, put a sword in my mouth.
Point me in the direction. Yo, which way is the direction to fight?
He gotta have an assistant roll him 24/7 to the backfield.
He gonna be one of them little them tech deck niggas.
You might that Fisher guy that who's that guy from Family Guy with the peg legs and peg arms?
Oh my god!
Damn.
They gonna be all swords.
He's gonna get Zora to teach him how to fight with a sword in his mouth.
Fact. That could be that's a thing, bro. Oh my god.
But this damn show is makeshift training for Luffy, bro. Like he finna go through a bunch of sumo competitions, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? Say he do beat that shit, and like Queen will let him out because it seems like Queen is up and up on his word, so he'll take the cuff off him, and then I think
that nigga smell like permanent fish.
Well, now you gotta beat me. If you can't beat me, nah.
Dude probably stink like permanent fish for 20 years.
Yikes. Oh my, 13 years of poisonous fish. That nigga breath gotta be kicking.
Yeah, I like the theory that he's a kappa, like a frog or whatever.
Yeah,
I think that's 100%
true.
true. I think that's almost 100% confirmed at this point. Because I did like a little bit of research on that shit, and like there was just like a bunch of things about like kappas in general that like make sense to like this whole story. Yeah, like apparently like in Japanese folklore, like kappas like one of the interesting things I saw was like their favorite food is what's it called? What is the noodles that Big Mom wanted? The soba noodles, yeah. Like their favorite food is soba noodles, so that's probably gonna come into play.
How long will it take for Big Mom to go into a fucking hunger fit?
I think what's gonna happen is that fucking Big Mom is gonna save them, and then Chopper's gonna give her the soba noodles or whatever, and I think Kawamatsu's gonna eat them or whatever, and it's gonna fucking piss her off, and she's gonna go crazy.
Just drop a bucket of like Popeye chicken in front of her, you be good.
Yeah.
Bet.
Alright guys, let me get back to work.
I just hope there's no bullshit with Big Mom, where she like has a hunger fit and Kaido in front of her, and then she straight rock the shit out this nigga. Like I'm telling you that.
You think?
Rock the shit out of
that's my biggest fear, yo. Honestly, is for Kaido and Big Mom to see each other. She out of her fucking mind, don't know who she is, and she hungry, and they both do damage to each other. And then all of a sudden, she get her memory back, and Luffy stroll the fuck in and do what he do.
That's right. She gonna blame him. Be like,
no, you saying Luffy like he about to be the only nigga walking up in that?
Look, bro. Like you know what's gonna happen. Whatever happens whatever happens with Kaido and all them, like he's gonna get. He's gonna get credit for it.
Not just gonna be him. I promise you, it's not gonna be him. So I know that it's not just gonna be Luffy.
There's no doubt that he'll get credit for it.
If he's gonna get some credit, he's not gonna get all the credit though.
All of them gonna be splitting credit.
And I promise you, people think I'm crazy saying this kid is gonna reach 1 billion by the end of Wano. I promise you, he is.
I mean, probably even more than that. To be honest,
he's already at what's that now? 400 million.
I just love this kid hype, man. We make a lot of assumptions about kid. I'm just a wait and see.
It's hope, but it's not a
like when I tell you I now view one like it's the Luffy show here. Like that's my perspective.
Well, I mean,
Like,
obviously, betting against Luffy in any way, shape, or form is always like fucking. He's the fucking main character, and Oda fucking gives him the biggest plot armor ever. So it's like, it's definitely a stretch to say that Kid will be equal to Luffy, but I don't mind it.
I don't see why, bro. You feel me? I don't see why it's a stretch to say he'll be equal when it's literally this dude is portrayed. The only difference between the Whitebeard Roger scenario is that he actually want the throne too.
Yeah,
Whitebeard didn't give a damn about the throne.
It's not my fear is just fuck. Like I don't like Oda. Like I feel like Oda just not gonna do it. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, if he does do it, he'll do it in a way where he won't show us.
Because to me, Kid, Luffy, and Law were all supposed to be equal, and even though I still do think that they're equal to a certain extent, we saw how Oda did Law and Dressrosa.
Thank you.
He did him dirty.
Thank you. That's the exact reason why. Honestly, like after that whole Dressrosa, that whole Dressrosa shit. Like I cannot believe how much Oda let Luffy outclass this nigga.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna front. Like Law got a bet. Like he was fighting Dofi and
regardless, yo. Regardless.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That was a bad. But that did show me though he can tussle, bro. He was fighting.
Yeah. I think
Admiral and Warlord.
For sure. Like I feel like if Luffy was in that situation's not going down as clean. Nah.
Yeah, to me. Like, obviously, it showed me that he wasn't a bitch. I'm just saying, like, compared to, like, Luffy, how, like, Luffy, like, handled that whole situation with Gear 4, and, like, he did, like, a main portion of, like, I mean, obviously, Law got, like, hits in on Dofi with, like, the Gamma Knife and shit like that, but Luffy did, like, the main part of it with, like, Gear 4 and shit like that.
I think it's about half, like, to be honest.
I said 60-40. It's about 60.
Bro,
yeah,
this is
Law be the 60?
No,
this is the thing, bro. This is the thing, bro. But that's why I always say, bro. Like if we're looking at him, he would be the Shiki because he is still hacks, bro, beyond belief. And Shiki was hacks, bro.
Yeah, because
he was hacks.
I just think in general that like Oda is kind of like doing Law in like the dirtiest way possible, simply just because. Like Law is too OP to the point where like he can't put him in like the best situations, or else he'd just be 2 hacks.
Yeah. I feel like to me, just my whole perspective on like the 3 of them is just any sort of like equal footing that they're gonna be put on with Luffy is something that we're just not gonna see. We're just gonna. I feel like there'll be a time where they'll just be stated like, yeah, no, these niggas have done this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and that'll make them equal instead of like on screen on panel situations that show them being equal to Luffy. I feel like we'll never get that, honestly.
I mean, we'll see because like
Milo, your background.
Oh, all right.
We have to see like what Kid's main fight in this arc is going to be, or if he even gets one at all, or like how that whole thing's going to play out.
Yeah.
Yo, Hans, how do you like? Obviously, this isn't like technically isn't like fighting prowess, but how do you interpret the whole the stone gathering thing and how they're like pretty much like doing the same thing in the same time? Like
what do you mean?
Like that, I think that's stuff like people always say, "Oh, Kids," based on portrayal, and I think that is.
Okay. Yeah.
Like that's not like the same thing as him being like some like literal physical like example, but like I feel like Oda. Go ahead.
I don't want to like downplay those situations. I think it does add to them being equal, but to me, I kind of also view that as a duh. You know what I'm saying? Like I think like if like to me especially after that scene in Sabaody where we see those 3 in the white background with the little fucking gnats flying in the air and shit like that. Ever since that scene and like that, like seeing them compete like that always felt like, of course, they're gonna be even in that regard. But when I feel I need them in a battle I need them in similar battles, sort of like how Zoro and Sanji had similar battles during Arlong Park, where they were both incredibly difficult, but they got out on top.
Yeah, so this is the thing. Like, I definitely think that 100%, at least at this very moment, that Kid and Luffy are pretty much relatively equal. But the thing is like we know Luffy at some point in the story is going to defeat a Yonko. Is Kid going to defeat a Yonko? Hopefully, I don't know.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I hope so, but we don't know.
That would be great.
The only Yonko beat is Blackbeard. Like,
what if Kid actually defeats Kaido instead of Luffy?
I mean, I would love that personally, but that's not happening. I don't think.
I can totally see that happening. Like that's how Kid gets his billion bounty. Like he's the one who like kind of ends it, and then like kind of steals the spotlight from Luffy, and then like that's how Kid. Because like to be honest, like Luffy having a 1 billion bounty and all the other supernovas, like most of them haven't even hit like 400 million yet. That's crazy. So something has to happen.
Yeah, there's got to be some drastic raid.
But that's what I've been trying to tell people. This ain't like you think that these all, bro. Like how much? It's by 8 of them here. You feel me? Like this ain't no coincidence. Like, bro, this is for them to all get their gains.
Exactly. You think all 8 of these niggas here are finna get some type of recognition?
Everybody bounty who here going up.
Exactly. This is gonna be like.
I like that.
I like that too.
Like there's 2 Yonkos in one place, bro, and it's like foreign land world government. So like when this is over, when the dust settles, it's gonna be big for.
Well, I mean, the thing is like fucking. I mean, Luffy has a 1.5 billion bounty simply from just going in Big Mom's territory and like surviving pretty much.
Yeah, not even boxing with her, bro.
Don't minimize the fuck of why he has a 1.5 billion.
No. Wait, let me finish.
Hey, bro.
God damn.
Hey,
like you don't sit here and frame it like
I'm
he was just in there.
with you, Fruit.
No, let me finish. You don't even know what I'm about to say. If Kid kills Kaido, his bounty's gonna be way fucking higher than 1.5 bill.
Big ass if.
But that's what I'm trying to compare.
What did Luffy do to get that bounty? That people
apparently he just walked into Whole Cake Island and that was it.
He survived.
He
survived.
But this,
that's what
listen,
he did.
Let me honestly get an assessment from everyone here on how they see this. He beat a 1 billion berry man, 1,057 million, right?
Yeah.
And his shit went to 1.5.
Well, he got credit for Cracker too. Which,
hey, wait. This is what I was about to say. Now, I don't know if y'all sit here and don't think that Kid would have clapped that nigga too.
Cracker?
I don't know what to tell you. Of course he's clapping Cracker.
Yeah, no, there's no question about that. I don't doubt that.
I think Kid can beat Katakuri too, but that's
that's what I'm saying.
That I don't know.
I don't want to.
This is what showed me. This is what showed me
because I don't even think Luffy can beat Katakuri.
People try to say that when he dropped the mochi on him, he gonna drop. Bro, I seen this nigga blow up, eat food, and get fat too, and then burn that shit off.
Exactly.
Luffy taught him how to do that.
I would need to see more from him, like him using his fruit and all that before.
That's the thing. Yeah, we haven't even seen him use the full scope of his fruit. We haven't even seen him use it like at all.
Like to me, I hate Cracker, so I'm real comfortable saying he beat Cracker because Cracker to me is trash. But he look Katakuri, different conversation.
Hey.
Why?
Because Kid is gonna have to bump with Katakuri. Period. My fault.
I see that, but why can't he be Cracker?
No, he said he absolutely beat him.
Are you one of those dudes that thinks everyone in the series is trash besides Luffy? Like,
no. I love. There are characters I do love. Like you will never hear me disparage Katakuri. Katakuri is that.
He loves Usopp, man.
And I love Usopp, absolutely. But Cracker, nah, I can't. I don't fuck with his character. Right? Can't fuck with his character.
Whoa! Usopp gonna be shooting people from islands away.
Usopp gonna be king of the giants.
This is the thing, Milo. Let me ask you this: is he gonna shoot them on first sight, or is he gonna wait and talk to them and then shoot them?
He gonna shoot.
Usopp ain't no shooter, dog. He not on sight with it.
In the same way how Kizaru almost stepped on Zoro's head and Usopp shot on sight.
That's because his crewmate was in danger. That's not on sight.
But did he shoot on sight? He saw it on sight.
That's not on sight, though.
It was on sight.
Y'all really
on sight is if you see that nigga Kizaru, you start shooting immediately.
Shot on sight. On sight.
The Red Force Podcast.
How's it going, boys? Just got up. What's up?
What up?
I don't know what's up.
What are we talking about? Who's on site?
We talking about Usopp not being an on-site shooter. He ain't about that life.
He is though.
He is. I don't know.
Usopp is like. I'm gonna put this in a real life perspective. Usopp, you don't want to do some dirt. Usopp is that one nigga you don't want to be your shooter with you.
Usopp is the person I want with me. Yeah.
He got aim, but he's not a shooter. That's the thing. He has aim, but he's not a shooter. He's not gonna buck first. He's
not a shooter.
He's not gonna buck first.
Yes, he is.
But do you want someone that shoots first?
What does it have to do with it?
I don't know. Anyway, they're
We
trying to get one over on Soap. That's what they're trying to do.
That was just shit dropped on Soap. That's all.
Yeah, they're just trying to talk shit to me, man. Look, I mean, like, I don't call every character trash. It's just the ones that are trash I call trash.
Oh no.
You sound like
Usopp. Trash. All right, I'll accept that.
Yeah, I'm serious, and I'm like my reasons are valid. Like, and I don't talk about it, and don't take me calling them trash to say that they're physically weak and cannot fight. That's not what I'm saying. It's just how the characters are.
A lot of people just like call like every character trash.
No, I'm not.
That annoys me sometimes.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Virgo, let me ask the population this. Do y'all think I personally, bro, I like when I seen that whole Beppo and them boys got yoked up. I liked that because that eliminates one group of people that could be still out and about. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And now I think Killer is hiding somewhere out there where Zoro at right now.
Most crew are useless completely.
Oh God, here we go. Okay.
They didn't do anything. They're always just fucking around. Like Pepper's like, "Oh, I'm gonna take a shit," and Jane Bart's like, "I'm not even in this arc yet."
I mean, I said this earlier. I said this earlier, Wallow, and I said them motherfuckers should have been captured a long time ago.
No, the fact that they survived in the new world without that captain shows something. They got something.
Yeah, he's just hanging around with the Straw Hats, so he's kind of ignoring them.
I mean, didn't they just have to get the Zoe in there from there? Like, they don't really.
But that's still a task.
Watch it be a Pooh who yoked them niggas.
I really hope it is.
Bro, I want to see a Pooh so bad.
Like I think a Pooh was one of the most gutter people we've seen.
I mean, a lot of people don't realize that Apu actually has a higher bounty than Hawkins.
Yeah, no, he does. Yeah, yeah. Like the one thing that I find absolutely hilarious is like when Apu and Kid first meet. It's like Apu says something along those lines, something along the lines of like, "Nigga, you don't know who the fuck I am," or some shit like that. And when he meets him again, like Kid says, like comments on how fucking devastating Apu is and how high his bounty is. And I found that flip so fucking funny.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to get everyone's hopes up, but I really hope that this happens, and I think it might actually happen. So, like, we have like the whole thing of like Sanji and X-Drake kind of being foreshadowed, and then we have like Law and Hawkins being foreshadowed, and we know about like Kid and Apu. So, like, I think like those are gonna be like the three like main fights that we might end up getting pretty soon. Like, I think Kid, like, because like Kid is escaping right now, right? So like Hawkins and X-Drake are finding Sanji or are trying to find Sanji and Law pretty much. So like, I think they might have sent Apu to like find Kid because like they know he escaped and he's somewhere on Wano. So like if we get Apu versus Kid, that would be sick.
That would be a sick fight, honestly. I just feel like Apu is gutter and talk shit while whooping your ass, and I need that in One Piece.
I can see that.
Man, so do you guys think the Supernova is gonna get like beaten in Wano, or they're gonna go on our side at some point?
I don't know. I'm torn. I'm like 50. I can't decide either or.
Because if Oda's
my hope is that like I think we all kind of agree that like Hawkins and X-Drake, there's a good chance that they flip over to our side.
Yeah.
My hope is that Apu stays loyal to Kaido and like really thinks that's the best way to advance himself. I hope that's Apu's downfall, because they told us when we entered the New World, you either join a Yonko or you fight the shit out of them, and we've only gotten the examples of fighting them, and I would love to see an example of someone that just rides with them, and I feel like Apu could be that character.
Some guy sent me like a theory this morning that the Wano battle will be based off a famous Japanese battle where like Kaido's side, some major general would betray him. So it might be one of the Supernovas.
That's Drake. That is Drake.
But
I keep saying
he a big flip flopper. He been like that since day one.
He about his own survival. Drake is about his own survival above anything else.
He really not. That man got a whole mission.
Exactly.
Like he sought Kaido out immediately. He's like, I quit the Marines. I'm joining Kaido's crew. Why? There has to be. a reason
Yeah,
for that.
he pulled up over
Like
there, seen Scotch, and said, "Drop stats, bro. Let's go."
he's like,
Yeah, well, look,
I'm. He's like, if
where's
I
Scotch?
beat you,
And where's
will
that town?
Kaido come? He's like, if I beat you,
So
I'm gonna see
open up.
Kaido. Drop your stats, like Wallow said.
Drop your stats.
1.5, 1.5,
1.5.
1.5.
Bro,
But
I
I
ain't
guess
gonna.
Drake can't fight Nami and Robin though. I'm
Yo,
not
was
I
sure.
good.
ain't
It
set
was
up for
good.
them. Ain't set up for nobody to fight them. What up?
Drake's
But
Good,
Drake's
good,
uh, Drake's too
good niggas.
susceptible to the female body.
what a deal. I think, but honestly though, like I don't think I think the supernovas is gonna have a lot of scuffles and like run-ins, but ain't gonna be no real action yet, bro. You feel me?
Yeah, I
Once
can see that.
once Wano drop off, you feel me? And because I think that Big Mom losing face after this, Kaido probably falls, like whatever the case may be between the two Yonko that is here, right?
Yeah.
Is gonna be seats opening or seat opening. So what I think after this arc, bro, is gonna be some. It's gonna have to go down between the supernovas. Something gonna give, bro. Somebody gonna get faded. They all. It's gonna be some type of shit happening.
I mean, but who do you think is gonna get faded? Because obviously at this point, Luffy has been set up to be arguably the strongest supernova right now. Uh,
I think when Oda, because I think he's going to give us a Luffy versus Kid and Killer versus Zoro type fight. You know what I'm saying? Like
eh.
I think
See,
that's happening.
Not
it
this
I
arc, you
think
mean?
that's
it
But
could
like,
happening.
happen. The problem with it though is that okay, mm, it's gonna have to be what type of importance is he going to put behind that at that point though? Like, what could he write that would make that seem believable?
It would
are
most
you?
likely be. Oh my
It could
bad.
be
Go
like.
ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say it could be like a fight for the Yonko or something. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
next.
it'd
Well,
have to be after they take out Kaido and Big Mama. Whoever
Yeah.
they take out, it
well,
had to be after that.
well. Okay.
That was my whole premise, bro. Like
Yeah.
nothing's happening now,
Yeah.
but when they do fall,
Right now, arguably, Luffy has the most fame to be put in that seat as a fourth Yonko. So wouldn't Kid have to get the credit for taking out Kaido for that to really be a debate?
Yeah, but like we need someone there to actually tell the story to the world government or to the world.
You think
That's what
Big
I'm saying.
News not there? Come
Well, he's not
on,
there
man.
Big
now.
news
It
everywhere.
Big
will turn
News
up at some
got
point.
Well, Cypher
spies.
Pole is there, so obviously
Oh,
Cypher
they are
Pole
there.
could report as well.
Cypherwall could spin that to where like
Yeah,
the Navy took him out
exactly.
though.
That's what I'm
So
saying. Like the way for it to be believable that there would be a fight at this point in time over the seat of Yonko between Luffy or anyone else, that somebody else would have to get the credit for taking out Kaido.
it's about getting the credit, but it's also like what Kid does in the story. Because
Yeah,
if the viewers are like Kid doesn't deserve it, then there's like no real point of him having the status either. So he needs to do like
no.
something massive
But at the
to
same
be
time,
equal to Luffy.
it's not gonna be a situation where you feel me. They're actively, you know, like see, this is the thing, bro. Because I'm still of the belief that he's when you talk about these two, it's a Whitebeard Roger type situation.
uh-huh.
You feel me? When they do fight, and it might only be them. We might not ever see Killer fight Zoro,
Well,
but you know what I'm saying. Even if it's them two alone fighting, that fight is ending with them being equal. So then, therefore, like you know what I'm saying, the world is gonna see because say a Yonko falls and that there is a seat open, and then niggas start trying to topple the next crew so they can get that seat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something
I
gonna have to give.
I see. I actually see Kid in more like of a Shiki, and I was just thinking, Oda loves drawing on the past. What would it be like if Luffy had to face down a pool, um, Kid and Hawkins in like a remake of the Ed War with Kid leading the alliance?
Really?
Like, yeah, Kid is like, look, if you think you can get to the seat, you have to beat me here, and like there's like a small replay of the Ed War with the Justice Straw Hats versus those three, Luffy versus Kid.
That's kind of wild.
Instead of, I see Law as more of a white beard to Luffy than
You
Kid.
how would you see that he's not a physical? He's not a fighter, bro.
I'm
He's
still
just
waiting for the
acts.
backstab from
Hold
Law.
on. Me, only because Whitebeard's motivation was never any gain other than he just wanted family. Law doesn't care about being king so much.
Yeah, I mean, as far as we know. Yeah, as far as we know.
So that's why I draw somebody like Shiki when I see Kid, like someone who's war hungry, and because we know Luffy is comparable to Roger, we know that. And if we look at Roger's enemies, Shiki is the one Kid most resembles. To me.
I can agree with that.
To me, at least.
Nah, when you put your logic to it, man, like, you know what I'm saying, I can see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends, like, really on where Oda wants to take it to, because the points you bring up are very well thought out. The way Kid is, I would be hard pressed to think that he would re-team up with Apu.
Yeah, that's what
I'm hard pressed to believe.
Unless there's more to like the whole situation than we know.
Yeah.
But as far as it seems like Apu straight up just said, "Fuck it, I'm getting out of here."
Exactly.
Dude, but
what if they know about the plan because Kid already told them and they're actually gathering up the samurai for the alliance?
Nah, they wouldn't be doing. They would definitely wouldn't be doing that. You feel me? Because Kid ain't rocking with no, like, bro. See, what I'm starting to believe personally, bro, is that, you feel me? Because seeing as in how Kid was able to escape, I think their alliance is still intact and they still been maneuvering.
I could see Hawkins doing some master plan.
So you believe Hawkins is gathering the samurai to strike back against Kaido?
No, that's why I keep saying not this gathering the samurai. I think they doing their own thing and how they finna formulate and how they finna work.
Yeah, it's definitely possible they still have their own plan.
Part of Kaido's squad, bro. You feel me? Like, you got two people who's on Kaido's team. You know what I'm saying? With Hawkins and bro, with him having the whole heart of the cards and shit, bro. Like, man, you feel me? Like, who knows, bro? Like, he might, like, you see how Law is their tactician?
Yeah.
On Luffy's side, he's definitely the tactician. And he's like, bro.
That would definitely be interesting because, like, imagine if, like, because, like, we all assume, or not assume, but, like, we kind of, like, guess there's a possibility that Hawkins and X-Drake join, like, Luffy's side. It would be interesting if, like, they had their own plan of their own and, like, they, like, were, like, kind of, like, doing their own thing trying to take down Kaido, but they weren't necessarily working with Luffy.
That's what I'm saying. I already see it like that's, and to me, honestly, that's why Hawkins is after this nigga Law, so he could sit him down like, hey, bro, while ain't nobody around, let me go ahead and see what you're going, bro. You feel me? Cause I'm trying to, you feel me, take this shit over.
Yeah.
Them the two masterminds. They're the tacticians, bro. That's why he's specifically targeting Law this whole time. He's trying to catch Law. He's after Law.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
How do you guys like the sumo match? Do you like the sumo match?
What's up, Eric?
What'd you say?
Do you like the sumo match? Is Luffy gonna fight Queen in a sumo match?
Oh man, I don't know how the whole thing's gonna go.
I'm pretty sure it's fodder first, headliners next, and then Queen at the end.
Yeah.
But I expect the Queen fight. I expect the Queen fight to get interrupted. I don't think it's gonna finish.
Yeah, by Big Mom, but yeah, Queen's gonna be in a sumo outfit as well. Oh, that's gonna be hilarious.
Even though this might sound far fetched, but it's possible that Luffy ends up having to fight Kawamatsu in some way, shape, or form.
Wait, what?
Maybe.
Oh, what? No,
you gonna have to explain
that
one, my guy.
I get it.
It goes into the whole. It goes into the whole thing I was saying before about how Kawamatsu is probably based off like the kappa, like the ancient Japanese like myth or whatever, and like in like that myth, like I read up a little bit on it, and it said that like the kappas like they like sumo wrestling, like it literally says like that's like one of the things that they're interested in. So like I don't think that's a coincidence. That like
I feel like Kawamatsu already is on our side though. I don't know if we need to like.
No, but if Queen forces Luffy to fight him, then
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It doesn't matter if he's on our side. If they have to fight, then he can threaten.
Yeah,
if Kawamatsu
Luffy should be able
Luffy,
to get.
Then he'll kill Luffy.
Luffy should be able to get these.
But they said the Queen ain't opening that cage, bro. They don't open that cage. Nobody don't mess with that cage.
You know, Tank Mac coming back, right?
Well, at the very least,
for this one.
At the very least, it could. Oh yeah, that's actually a good idea. But at the very least, he's probably gonna help in some way against Queen for Luffy. I think so.
I could see Luffy winning pretty like easily in a sumo match with Queen. It's not really about like strength.
Tank Man.
Not what?
Are
you crazy?
I think it's the exact opposite.
Yeah.
That Luffy's
Whoever said that is absolutely crazy.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it's a sumo match. It's not like I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. Like, Luffy's made of rubber. He's got the advantage. Obviously, it's a giant balloon.
Have you seen Queen? He's swole.
It really depends on Queen's devil fruit power.
Yeah, that's what I think you have
That's
it.
what it comes down to.
I think you have it exactly backwards, actually.
Eric,
because
Queen's gonna be super rubbery.
No. What I'm trying to say is that I think Luffy would beat Queen in an actual fight, but like something like a sumo wrestling match, just based off of Queen's design and everything around him,
he
would be his like size. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's like,
isn't it kind of parallel to the first thing we saw in Wano, which is like the sumo match Luffy destroyed someone?
Yeah, but. I don't know. What are you trying to imply? That he's gonna fuck him up?
It's not gonna destroy him, but a chapter or two.
Well, I mean, like the whole thing is like Katakuri was kind of like observation like specialist. Like I think Queen is gonna be like kind of like a brute force in a sense like that. So like I can't imagine Luffy just like overpowering him like that.
Also, Luffy can't lose because he's got a neck brace on that'll kill him. So it's kind of like, all right.
No. I understand what you're saying, but like obviously there's gonna be some way that he gets out.
Rayleigh somehow got that off. Can Luffy do it as well?
No.
Well, the one Rayleigh got off was it would explode, but it was a timer on it.
Yeah.
Basically. So basically, he had enough time to get it off with whatever type of hockey he used, and then throw it.
And he's fast. Rayleigh
is fast as heck. Like he's really, really quick.
Yeah. The thing is like even if there has to be some way that like that neck thing gets dealt with outside of Luffy just beating Queen, right? Because I don't think that Queen's the type of person that's like, all right, you beat me, time to take the neck brace. Like he's gonna be.
He might. Yeah. He seems like a fair kind of person. He already took the handcuffs off.
I think he'll keep his word. As in, like, you win the sumo match, I'll take I'll take the neck brace off and release you. But now you're gonna have to fight me.
I forget who said it when we first started, but it might have been Fruit. But I feel like there's a good chance that whatever happens out of the sumo shit, that Queen gets like frustrated, takes the shit off himself, and then throw blows with him. You know what I mean? Just to see what he can really do.
Yeah, I would like.
I really like. I like the way that fits. I think that there's a good chance that could happen.
But do y'all really expect Luffy to beat Queen at this juncture in the arc?
Yes.
No.
Soap does. Soap does.
Yes.
We have.
This a different fight from that Katakuri fight, bro.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think Oda's putting this in front of our face to cement what I've been saying.
Yeah,
like from a story perspective, and I do not like this, but from a story perspective, Oda not gonna let him lose to no commanders no more.
He's not gonna lose, but like,
well, he shouldn't.
But I'm not saying, and in no way am I saying that he's one shot in this nigga. Is he not? Like, there's none of that crazy shit. It's gonna be a fight. Queen not losing easily, but he's gonna lose.
Well, this is how I kind of see it. Like, obviously, bounty has something to do with power level, but it's not 100%. Like, like just because you have a high bounty doesn't necessarily mean that's like your thing.
But Luffy's bounty is higher than his.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is like if Queen's bounty indicates that he is stronger than Katakuri, I don't think that Luffy's beating him. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, that. I wouldn't go down that route.
Think about bounty. Being like, forget about Luffy surpassed his level. Depends what he wants to tell us or not.
Yeah, I mean, I think Queen should still be enough to be above mid diff. Like that should still be a high.
Well, it should.
Honestly, Madara, you're not gonna like this. Like the moment for a high diff fight against Commander was Katakuri. After that was
crazy.
I'm telling you, I will put a name bet.
So bet me right now.
I'll put a name bet on that. Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
I think it'll be a mid diff. He's not low diff in this nigga, but it's not gonna be no high diff.
I think Luffy's gonna really fight.
Milo, try unmuting yourself.
It's gonna be the crew that's gonna do that.
Okay, so you're basically saying. Well, okay.
I'm saying Queen is Bluno in this situation.
Dang, that's disrespectful.
Whoa.
God,
Bluno was not mid diff. Bluno was fucking ultra low diff.
Yeah, he was low diff.
Look, but I'm just saying in what Bluno was in the context of that arc. That's what Queen is.
So he's his mid tier fight before he fights the boss. Basically.
Yes.
I mean, I can see it. I can't
this
say
is
I
how
can't see
people
it.
tripping, bro. They like, bro, and you saying that shit about commanders, bro. Like you forgetting there's someone above this dude, Queen.
Exactly. King, I don't think Luffy losing to him.
Yeah, I think Luffy's final
if King came to him, he's fading him right now.
I'm just saying, Luffy he'd be stronger than Queen, but at the rate it is, if they fight, it's not going to be like it's going to take like a while. So like
it's going to be high diff, bro.
Yeah, but think about it. We still have 9 days until the Fire Festival happens, so we still have time for guys to like level up and train. So it's not out of the realm of believability that Luffy can beat this guy.
He can
in a shorter time than what it took him to beat Cracker.
You all right?
Yeah, but you gotta understand, Raizo's there trying to get Kawamatsu out. Big Mom's on the way, so the fight literally can't go that long without it being.
But no, Spidey, you forget who's coming.
Han, this is what I want to say.
Freaking Charlotte Linlin is coming.
Yeah, this is what I want to say about this whole situation. We can talk about power levels all we want and like who we think is like strong and whatever, but at the end of the day, like we know that like Raizo is in the area, so he's gonna have something to do with the breakout, and we know Big Mom is coming to the prison, and so she's gonna have something to do with the breakout. So like,
I think
the chance that Luffy just straight up like beats Queen and then like escapes by himself is like super low. Like
Big Mom is about 30%.
Big Mom is definitely going to play into this, him escaping in some way, shape, or form.
Oda likes to not give you straight answers. So Luffy winning at a super match doesn't really give you a straight answer of whether he's stronger than Queen or not.
No, I think Big Mom is the one who's going to break Kawamatsu out.
That's why I don't think he fights him in those sumo.
I think Raizo's key is for Luffy's like necklace.
Well, who's he going to fight? The headliners and then the Warden.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think Luffy's going to fight the headliners. I don't. As much as I would want him
as well
to see, as much as I would want to see Luffy go against Queen, because y'all heard me say in previous weeks he would beat him with like the handcuffs on. But right now, in terms of needing to get out of Udon and the plan, especially with Hawkins knowing the plan now, it's kind of sketchy.
Also, Luffy's just looking strong in this chapter as well.
Handcuffs on? You thought he could beat him with the handcuffs on?
That's just
what I said.
I don't know, fam. That's kind of wild. I think y'all really underestimating the Commanders by thinking that the Commanders get.
That's not wild. That's disrespectful.
It's overestimating Luffy's power up, perhaps.
One thing I hate is that everybody be trying to lump together the strength of Commanders because they see what Big Mom Commanders can do, and they thinking that Kaido shit is the same.
I don't know.
Wallow. I've been saying this to you for a while. All the commanders are not synonymous. They're not.
I don't think. I think they all have different skill sets. I don't think Queen is going to be able to do the things that Katakuri did to Luffy. I don't think King can do the things that. I don't even think King could do the same thing.
That's
Queen
the whole thing.
can do.
That's the whole thing. I agree with what you're saying.
Well, like, is it the same as Katakuri?
That's the reason why I think that Luffy could possibly lose to Queen, right? Because like
I don't know about that.
Let's say, for example, like what you were saying, like they're strong in different ways. Like Luffy knows how to beat people with strong observation, but he might not know how to beat someone that's like crazy, like raw power or like you know, like armament hockey. You know what I mean? Like he might not know how to
I mean, like again, like my whole perspective is one of just like a narrative standpoint. Like I genuinely believe that because Luffy had that fight with Katakuri, because that fight with Katakuri was necessary, because I feel like that was the bridge for him to go on to Yonkos, that I feel like that Oda's putting characters like Queen and King in front of him to solidify the idea that there's these kinds of characters are no longer a problem for him, and he's ready to move on to the next stage. And I think he's using Queen and King to sort of hammer them. Yes, Tata. Hammer it in.
Because Luffy is on their level. Like he just got to their level. He got to that commander level. So they can still, because I don't think that Luffy versus Queen is mid diff. I think it's high diff. Like they're in that same.
It depends how much this trading pays off, though. You know, like how much is this trading going to pay off?
He definitely has gotten stronger.
Ability is what it really comes down to.
He's looking big. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying
how strong he is.
If Queen fights Luffy, it's gonna be an impressive showing for Queen. Like he's probably gonna show his devil fruits. Like Oda's not gonna undermine that by having Luffy like just beat his ass.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just think that even from the narrative standpoint, Luffy should not be just mid-different commanders. Like he's not there yet. That's if he's mid-different.
I think after Katakuri.
But what if Oda
I think after
Katakuri
he should solidly be there. I think that's the reason why Katakuri fight was there in the first place.
But Luffy was there.
Yeah, and what you're talking about is be at commander level. Like right now, he's still a commander.
Yeah, but my point is that once this Queen, like the reasoning why we're having this Queen situation is to say, yeah, this is done. Like the fact that he struggled so hard with Katakuri, I don't think we're gonna see that same sort of struggle anymore.
I think you think about it,
and from Queen and from Wano on, like his struggle fights are going to be Yonkos, is my point.
I feel like
when we see commanders, like the odds of him losing are going to be
level.
We'll see.
We know those guys, the commander up levels. We know those guys don't fight.
He's not going to lose to anyone else besides these Yonkos.
It's not lose.
They're not going to get any easier.
I'm talking about lose. You're saying it's low to mid diff.
I'm not saying it's a low diff. I never said it was a low diff. I never said people one shot to Smith. I never said low diff. I said it's not no extreme diff. I don't to say it's a high diff maybe, but I say mid diff solidly at best.
None of those fights, that's the upper echelon level.
High and extreme
at that upper echelon level, there are no mid diff. There's high extreme diff.
We'll see.
There's no mid diff in the upper echelon level.
But he's not like we all agree he's not losing to these niggas no more.
Wait, one sec. Hans, don't you think it's possible that just take the Katakuri fight for example, right? A lot of people pretty much agree that even though Luffy beat Katakuri, he didn't really beat Katakuri in that sense. So like, don't you think that you're saying like from now on the commanders won't be a problem? Don't you think it's more of a thing?
You're taking my words too extreme. I'm not saying they're not going to be a problem.
No. I'm not trying to make your argument sound dumb. I'm just like talking fast just to get to the point. I know what you're trying to say, but like, don't you think it's more going to be of a thing to where Luffy fights a commander straight up, like no strings attached, just for us to prove that like Luffy is on that level, like you know what I mean? Like there's not going to be any bullshit attached to it. With
let me explain my perspective. Let me explain my perspective of what led me to this idea. Right, like when we were in Whole Cake Island, there was no question he was not going to beat Big Mom. What I wanted from Luffy and what I wanted Oda to do was give him fights in preparation so he could at the very least step up to them with I wanted him to be at a position where he may lose to admirals and Yonkos, but he can handle fighting people underneath that. And I felt like him going through Cracker and Katakuri gave him that experience to put him at that place. And now that we've seen him go against Cracker and Katakuri, now that we're in Wano and he's undoubtedly going up against Kaido, that even when Queen, even when Queen and King or whatever are in front of him, he's not losing and he's not struggling as much as he did against Katakuri.
I agree with
he is though. That's the point. He is.
I don't think you can assume that, but we'll see.
No, so this is. I'm gonna tell you why you're wrong. the reason you're wrong is that we seen him specifically say to Rayleigh about learning how to do something. It depends on the type of person they are. When it comes to fighting people, bro, Luffy fight how they fight. Like with Katakuri, he wanted to learn how to dodge and get his observation to a certain level, so he try to dodge more of that fight, bro.
Yeah, but Wallow, right?
When he fight Queen, and this is a powerhouse battle. This is what he's gonna take it to. He's gonna be powerhouse.
Yeah, but again, my point is he's not struggling as much as he did against Katakuri.
Listen.
I can agree.
Once he get his hands on Queen, that's what Queen does.
Yeah,
he's gonna have a hard fight with Queen because that's what he do.
If Queen is like that powerhouse type dude, Queen might be like one of the first people that like actually like can stop Gear 4th in some way, shape, or form, just from raw strength.
I mean, we'll see. We've seen the range of Gear 4th, and it sent everyone that wasn't a Yonko got sent. Got pushed back.
That's what I'm saying.
With Gear 4.
They didn't give
and I don't see why that idea would change just because Queen is here. Like I don't.
If he's like okay, like that's what I'm saying. Like Katakuri, right? Even if you want to say that he was stronger than Queen, his strength was not power in like that sense. Like his strength was.
I understand the type of fighter Katakuri was. I get it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If Queen's whole thing is just like raw strength, armament hockey type thing, he might be able to hold off Gear 4th.
But we don't even know if that's the thing.
Yeah, but my point is that his fights with Cracker and Katakuri were
what?
Most you really low, bro.
Yeah, you got
I'm low as hell. What?
Oh, now you back up.
Okay, so my whole point is that his fights with Cracker and Katakuri, there were enough high stakes there, and there was a clear gap between them, and he had to overcome something to be able to tangle with these people. Now that he understands the gravity of what it means to step to people in that category, he doesn't have the same difficulties that he did when we first seen him interact with people like Katakuri and Cracker. That now once he faces Queen and King, those problems that we saw in Whole Cake will not exist in Wano, and that Oda's only doing this to move us on so he can face Yonkos. That's my whole point.
But that's because like Katakuri and Cracker, like Cracker the nigga ran and Katakuri he couldn't hit, so like Queen presumably can't do that shit because he's just a zone.
Yeah.
So head with Luffy.
I agree with Spidey. I agree with.
Wait. Let me say this. So the reason why I have to thoroughly disagree with that because you've seen Luffy struggle with every commander he's faced up until this point, correct?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
We mean no.
Like who? I mean, besides Cracker and Katakuri, what other commanders did he fight?
He's only fought two. Struggle.
Okay, then yeah.
Okay, but you're making it seem like that's just like
that's gonna translate to all of them. I don't think that was gonna translate to all of them. There was a clear question. Hold on. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, you're not done. My fault. Vergo. My fault.
So the reason is you've seen that, and then we saw after him getting his ass beat down for hours upon hours by Katakuri, and he was how durable he was, and we saw the difference in strength between a Yonko and him when Kaido took him out in one blow. And
that's fine. He's supposed to do that. I've said that already.
He's going to drastically change that, and he's going to be able to fight a Yonko.
Yes, that's the whole point.
I am not finished.
Oh,
your basis for that is that well, at this point, he's undoubtedly going to fight a Yonko. He's still in.
Yes,
no way he can
that's why we're here.
Yeah.
Oh, we listen. When after Dressrosa is done, and we go to Zoe, and we see Zoe is setting up Whole Cake. The question would it wasn't even a question in anyone's mind. We knew for a fact that him going to Whole Cake Island, he was not going to beat Big Mom.
Correct.
From a story perspective, how do you get your main character? How do you get? Can you not hear me? What's going on?
No, I said some people did think that. My bad. But go.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't think that. I thought that was crazy.
Yeah.
But for me, the question that I asked myself and I asked everybody was how. Or I didn't ask people this. How does a writer get the main character to this point in strength and make it make sense? The only way he can do that and have it make sense is have him go up against people that are below them. So when he goes up against Cracker, he goes up against Katakuri, and we see him struggle in that arc, right? To move on to the arc where it's defined that he has to go up against Kaido and Kaido himself, that the build-up that Oda did making him fight Cracker and Katakuri was to put in our minds that once he's gotten over that hump, which was Katakuri and Katakuri, that any opponent that are of that same ilk or of that same, or of that same strength level, even if you even if you disregard, if you disagree on the variances of their strength, that Oda is doing that for a reason. He's doing that to show us that he's going past this.
For something bigger.
And that's why Queen is in front of him now. Is to put in our minds that once he beats Queen, he's moving on.
Is Luffy fighting Kaido by himself? He's not. He's not fighting him by
himself. No one is saying that.
No, but so.
And one, I don't know. That could be possible.
Disregarding the strength of these people, you think they're pushovers saying mid-fight?
You're putting that in my mouth. I've literally said it 1,000 times. They're not pushovers. Like I don't know how else I can say that.
There's not easy fights, regardless of.
No one said it was an easy fight. Who said that?
It was an easy fight.
Your example is saying that it's easy for him now.
You making that in your head. No one is saying that.
Your example is saying that it's easy now. That's what your example is saying.
No, I'm not saying that. No, I'm not. I am saying that Luffy is no longer going to deal with these people in the same way he had trouble dealing with them in Whole Cake Island. And that Oda's putting them in front of our faces now so he can move on. How am I wrong?
But how though?
Because these people are still of the same caliber of Katakuri strength.
We have to fight Kaido. At the end of this arc, we have to fight Kaido.
Can I say something real quick?
That Luffy can't deal with these guys at a lower level than what he would against Kaido.
Exactly. Like, come on.
We have to fight Kaido.
Why do you
makes
think
no sense.
That's crazy.
We, not Luffy fighting Kaido.
Yeah, no, I agree quietly. I agree with you. The thing is,
I disagree.
No. One moment. Anyways,
Yeah,
the thing is, we know at the moment he is not capable of defeating Kaido. So what he needs is the help, and that's why Kid come in play. That's why we see Kid and him joining up now together and do all the stuff together. Now they're separate again, but they will come together. They are yin and yang. They are like in both have like connections with Kaido and want to defeat Kaido. That's how we're gonna defeat Kaido. Because Luffy cannot do this by himself.
Agreed.
Can I say something really quick?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Does everyone pretty much agree that even though Luffy beat Cracker and Katakuri, that they were kind of like bullshit wins in some way?
No.
Yes.
No.
Cracker was a definite win. That's not a bullshit win.
Cracker was because Nami was there, bro. What are you talking about?
I guess we can't agree on that. But this is what I'll say. In my opinion, I think that Cracker and Katakuri were kind of like bullshit wins on Luffy's side, and I think that we can't 100% say that like Luffy is like definitively commander level now. In this arc, if we see Luffy fight someone like Queen or someone like King, and he has like 100% full fight versus them, no strings attached, to me that would be like the fight to show that yes, Luffy is now Luffy is 100% on this level, and like he's like as strong as these people now.
I
don't think it should be a question that he's on.
To me, again, like let's remove opinion from this. All I'm talking about is how most stories work, right? And what would make sense narratively, and how writers do that. And all I'm saying is for Oda to lead us to the assumption, because we all thought before even Katakuri was there, the assumption was when we entered Whole Cake Island that he was going to go up against Big Mom, even though we all agreed in our opinion that there was no way in fucking hell he was ever going to beat Big Mom.
Yeah.
So with that realization in our heads, right, through the story, Oda makes that same realization. He has people comment on how Luffy himself is not at that level, and he's nowhere near ready. So what Oda does is introduce characters in different variances. So he starts with Cracker and then raises the pressure to Katakuri. And the fact that Luffy had to go through that development, and now we're entering an arc designed around Kaido, and how Luffy has to directly interact with Kaido, regardless if he's getting help or not. The reason that he put characters like Cracker and Katakuri in the beginning, and why he's showing us Queen now, is to cement the idea that these people are things that he had to go through, and once he's gone through them, not gonna be no fucking problem. Like he's there already. The only people that he has struggles with and will actually have a serious problem against will be those upper echelons of people.
Yeah.
I've been saying the same thing 1,000 different ways, and like
the fuck. Like, bro, you saying it 1,000 different ways and still sounding 1,000 different stupids.
I mean, I'll see if I'm right, and then when I am right, we'll have this conversation again.
There's no when you're right. It's if you're right, nigga. There's no when. It's if.
Because we do this all the time, Rage. Y'all tell me I'm wrong, and then the next chapter proves me right, and then y'all switch up like, oh well.
I've never switched up with you. I kept my same opinion. I've never switched up with you.
Every time. So when it happens again, I'll sit here and I'll wait for the excuse that you come up
to the screen.
I'm gonna be honest though, like I don't know about Queen or the others. If Luffy fights Katakuri again, it is gonna be mid-diff for like.
Come on, bro. Like,
what?
Look, I feel like people don't understand like the difference between them was not really strength. It was that Luffy couldn't hit him.
That is so.
Hold on.
You are
Let me finish. All right. The whole point was that he could not hit him.
That is not the whole point.
He was so much stronger than him. That was not the point. The point was, as soon as he found out how to hit him, the fight was a lot more difficult for Katakuri. Come on.
I like how you were talking and like you're like a pastor or something. Like there's so much emotion and you're just spewing bullshit.
It's not bullshit.
It's not bullshit.
It's a fact.
Did you
about you that I can't hit you? Luffy himself says
did you forget the part where Katakuri literally falls on his back on purpose, and then we see Brule talking to him, and he says, "Why did you do that? You didn't have to," and he just smiled. He did not have to do that. He just decided to give him the dub. He really could have stayed up. Luffy fell first, and Katakuri actually got up first.
No, but
I don't understand.
Yeah,
I don't understand how you people think that Katakuri did not let Luffy leave. He allowed him to go.
Also, not even on top of that, we're gonna spew this. We're gonna spew this whole narrative that like Luffy was somehow stronger than Katakuri in every way, and like the only thing was that he couldn't hit him. Even though the beginning of the fight started off with like Katakuri showing, "I'm faster than you. I have better everything than you. I have better armament than you. I can use my Devil Fruit better than you in every way, shape, or form." But for some reason, we're spewing this narrative that the only thing that Luffy needed to do was just hit Katakuri. I don't know.
Exactly, because Katakuri was really fast because he had better observation, and he could not stand up to Gear 4 in terms of physical.
Okay, but what about the panel when he gave a bigger Gear 3rd punch towards Luffy? What about that?
You saying he's only faster because he has observation? What are you talking about, Spidey, bro? When he went in that donut mode, bro, he was burning this man, bro.
Hold on.
He also had better Devil Fruit control. He had better Devil Fruit control.
Those turrets all fucking night.
Hold on. Can I ask Fubo a question?
What?
Throughout the whole fight, what did Luffy gain other than observation?
Exactly.
Plot hacks.
Nigga, what type of argument is that?
I'm not gonna kill EOS for what EOS is trying to say. Like, I think he's trying to say, like, when it was Gear 4, when he was in Bound Man in specific, right? Like, when he focuses on his muscle augmentation, his physical output is seemingly more destructive than anything we've seen Katakuri do. But that's not to negate. Hold on, just let me finish. Let me finish. It's just not to negate the other skills that Katakuri. Like Katakuri is equally as devastating in his own right.
I didn't see Luffy put a nigga in the earth about 80 feet under.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But like that's
Gear 4 punches people to the block mochi. Because when Luffy was a Snake Man, block mochi was still fucking his hands up. But when he was in Gear 4, he could like block that equal block mochi. Like so he made at most.
Dude, y'all boys be tripping, bro. Tell him again, bro.
Vergo, can we get back on topic?
But
the thing is, I think the thing is what you guys are forgetting about. Like, there have been two winners in that battle between Katakuri and Luffy. Luffy's been gaining the observations, haki, and everything and stuff like that. And the thing is with Katakuri is he found himself. He appreciated himself like how he is and how he should be, instead of hiding his personality for all the time behind that scarf and stuff like that. And being that, Luffy decided in the end to keep the head back on his face just because he saw, okay, he showed himself now how really who he really is, and that's a development for Katakuri. And that's why Katakuri said in the end to Luffy, "Are you coming back to defeat Big Mom?" Because he knows if somebody can get rid of me from Big Mom, it's Luffy.
I mean, can I just ask y'all a question? Because obviously y'all don't agree with my perspective, and that's fine. We can have a disagreement. But my question to y'all is, if Luffy definitively beats Queen, you know what I'm saying? Whatever that difficulty is, but it's a definitive win. You know what I mean? Would you view that as bullshit?
No. My entire point is that I think that Luffy, if he would have a fight against Queen, it would be high diff and he would beat him.
Okay,
but it would be like it would show that like Luffy was pretty much
it's finally at that level.
Yeah, it would show that Luffy would be pretty much equal with Queen and he like edged out over him. I think that's what would happen.
Okay, but what happens if it's not high diff?
I also agree. I think that but if
there's no impossible, it's not going to be high diff, EOS. That's impossible.
No, but I'm asking him.
I think if Luffy mid-diffs Queen, it's bullshit. If he mid-diffs Queen,
it's bullshit.
You see, I see that's where we disagree right there, and that's why we can't.
Yeah, if Luffy mid-diffs Queen, then I'm wrong, obviously, but I think that would be bullshit. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, that's fine.
It's bullshit, bro. Like, bro, like what the fuck?
No, that's fine. That's fine if you view it as bullshit. I'm just saying, like that. The chances of that happening to me are very high.
So I'm gonna explain why it's bullshit, bro.
I agree with you that it's bullshit.
Listen,
I don't agree with the logic.
Look, will you stop and listen?
Go ahead.
The reasoning behind this is, bro, like we said before, bro. Katakuri, not to say he's weak, but his whole premise on how he fights is different. He's the
You can't touch the nigga. He's an untouchable nigga.
R.I.P.
Did he just disappear?
Whoa.
His mic just cut out.
Yeah, he got cut out, bro. Damn.
Wallow. All right, but we'll wait for Wallow to come back. But I think that's my whole point. Like I don't like the argument I'm making. I don't even agree with it as a reader. My point is just the way the story's building itself is that to me is the most likely conclusion.
To be honest, bro.
That's my whole point. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not arguing this point because I want it to happen. I'm arguing this point because I think it will happen.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Like the fuck out. Yeah. No, I was saying, bro, the man's an untouchable man, bro. You feel me, Katakuri? Queen, bro. You think is any reasoning behind Luffy calling this man Balloon? Same shit that they call Big Mom. This nigga literally says while he's talking or shit, hey, don't think I'm fat, man. This all muscle. You think he playing?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, look, Wallow, like I don't disagree with you. Like me personally, what I would like is like I feel like the thing that we didn't get from Katakuri that he still needs to deal with Yonkos is the ability to hit hard constantly. And I feel like he doesn't have that. And if Oda decides to use Queen and King as a way to train Luffy to fucking hit hard as hell, cool. But
and before you go any further, the only way possible for this to end up in this scenario is high diff fights.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. So like if Luffy is to fight someone, I think that he has to learn something from it. Otherwise there's really no point, right? Exactly. So like Luffy learned observation from Katakuri. Let's just say, for example, he learned some armament shit from Queen. Like he would have to like get stronger mid-fight to like learn that shit. So that it would be high diff in some way, shape, or form, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean that personally I would like that way more, but we'll see. I mean, we'll just have to wait.
The only argument I would put to that is we seen Luffy, you know what I'm saying, not in high diffs, fight somebody, and he just realizes something, has an epiphany mid-fight. And even though it's not a high diff, he just has that epiphany.
That was back then. This is now. This is
different. What I'm saying is that can't happen now. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but like I don't know exactly what you're trying to say, like precisely. But my entire point is like he's gonna have to learn like a higher form of hockey. It's not gonna be just like, oh, I can do this to beat this guy.
He's gonna have to struggle before he gets it though.
I don't disagree. Like I think there's no question. Like to me, like he needs to be able to throw more than one King Kong gun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But how he gets to that point is still up in the air, for sure.
I mean, if Luffy can use a little future sight in Gear 4, then that's a whole different kind of situation.
That's another thing.
The whole different fight.
But you don't think he can use his future sight?
No, I'm saying in Gear 4.
We haven't seen it, so we don't know.
Yeah, I really hope that Oda, if Luffy does fight Queen, I really hope that Oda like throws in some shit to where like, oh, Luffy's actually using what he learned from Katakuri. Like fucking Queen throws like a punch at him, and like Luffy dodges it, and Queen's like, oh shit, like he's got crazy observation hockey or something. Like that. You know what I mean? Like, I hope so.
What would you say then if he uses future sight and shit, and Queen can't hit him?
Well, I mean, it depends. Like, what happens? Like, if fucking, I mean, I don't know. Like, oh, like, what do you mean? Like, if he can't hit him once?
Can't hit him. Yeah, like, no. Like, if Queen like hits him once, or Queen can barely hit Luffy because he's using future sight.
And then he loses. Then I don't know. I mean, we'll have to see. I don't think that's gonna happen.
What I think the raw power that we like how Soap was saying, every time you see him use gear, commanders get flocked. Like that ain't happening.
Wallow just randomly gets louder and quieter.
His
like
mic
mid-
Oh, you're talking about Wallow.
Yeah.
Wallow. Like, what?
Yeah, but I mean, I think Luffy does have future sight, but I don't think he can control it nearly like that good at all. So like,
a good degree of Katakuri.
yeah, like so Katakuri could just use that shit on point and pretty much became untouchable. I don't think Luffy is at that point at all. Like, I think he can obviously dodge some shit with it, but he's not gonna be like using it to the point where he's untouchable.
Like Katakuri level.
Yeah, there's no way.
It doesn't have to be Katakuri level, but even if it's a half.
But I mean, to me, if we see this engagement with Queen, and there is growth from his fight with Katakuri in terms of his skills, right?
Which I feel that
that to me like adds to my perspective even more. You know what I mean? Like if I see that like I think that that to me is a checkmate right there.
Yeah, and again, even though I wouldn't really like this that much, but if Queen is stronger than Katakuri, like that adds a whole nother layer to like the fight.
I don't think Queen's stronger than Katakuri, bro.
I don't think he is either. I'm just saying.
You're just saying if he is.
Yeah, like it's just it's a possibility at this point.
I mean, we don't know anything about.
We don't know. I mean, I think we have to see what their skill sets are. Like, I think Katakuri.
Two different type of fights.
The only reason why
they're two different types of fighters.
Stronger is because it's shonen, and in shonen, the next opponent is always stronger than the last, except for special occasions.
Well, I don't know. Well, I don't think that's the case in One Piece. I don't think that's the case.
Yeah,
we see it in every single arc in One Piece. What do you mean?
Look. We know specifically that bounties aren't indicative to the strength, but at the same time, if this untouchable man is still only worth 1 billion, right?
Yeah.
If he's only worth 1,057 million, how much more devastating is this guy when he touches you? If he's worth
I don't think it's a question of devastation.
320 million.
I don't think it's a question of devastation. I think Queen is just more of a savage. Like,
no, Queen might be out in the field more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
I understand.
I don't get why people say that when like it's established that they spend a lot of their time on Wano, like governing how shit runs. Like,
yeah.
Okay,
like,
but they weren't on Wano their whole career.
I see.
Yeah, it's been the last 20 years.
They've been there for the last 20 years.
I see the argument for both sides, but the thing is like, when we got to Whole Cake, like that's the arguments that people were using for people on Whole Cake. Like, oh, the reason that Katakuri's bounty was so high is because he's like out here doing shit and like he's a savage, blah 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 blah. And then we found out like that wasn't really the case. So like I don't know, people used that argument earlier. So
but even Katakuri had just come back from a
just came back.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but like I think that from his island.
Look, when I make that whole savage point, like I like to think of it. And when we got to Sabaudi and the reason why Kid was ahead of Luffy,
was more
in the sense that Kid was like fucking up civilians and shit.
Yeah.
And I think there's from what we've seen from Katakuri does his job. He doesn't seem like the type to just torture motherfuckers for the sake of torture. Queen does. You know what I mean? And that could very well lead into why his bounty is higher. But I don't.
But we seen the difference. The difference don't be that high, bro. The difference does not be that high
in terms of the strength.
The difference is massive.
No, but it does
of the bounty
because the bounty from Kid was so high because he was killing random people.
No. Listen, y'all got the whole shit fucked up. His bounty was almost the same as Luffy's, but a little bit higher because he kills random people. Exactly. A little bit higher.
Yeah, like the thing is like if we want to assume that Kid was as strong as Luffy and Sabaudi, and like so like Luffy was 300 mil, I'm pretty sure, and Kid was 330.
320.
So like, or was it 320?
I thought it was 330.
330 or 320, either way.
Yeah, there's one.
Yeah. So it was like that 20 or 30 mil higher simply because he was like a savage and he fucked around with shit. I mean, that's at least how I took it. You can take it a different way, but that's.
when you're in the billions, man, like if it's $1.3 billion and then $1 billion flat, like that, even though it's 300 mil, like
listen, we know they said this. Your bounties don't move as much when you get up in them figures.
Yeah.
So what did he do that his shit jumped 320 million above Jack?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, that is true. Because it's looking like
all right, that's what I'm saying, bro. The man's devastating, bro.
Yeah,
I'm saying not.
Is he more?
I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah.
He has that 300 plus above category.
You're muffled, bro.
Yeah, what is going on with these mics?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
they keep on going in and out.
It might be hang out.
Yeah, people keep calling me, bro. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Can y'all hear me now? Though?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. Yeah, I'm saying like the only thing I'm saying, Wallow, is that 300 million difference. I'm not gonna just jump and say that automatically means Queen is
I see it
way
both
more
ways.
devastating powerly.
I see it both ways. Like I can't like go either way. My intuition is telling me that it has to do with strength. That's just my intuition. I think that it does indicate that he might be stronger than Katakuri, or at least around the same level. But we
don't know.
How strong do you think King is then?
I mean, strong enough to one shot Big Mom.
I think his bounty is higher than Luffy's right now.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's higher than Luffy's probably too.
I agree with that.
I don't think so. I don't think so at all.
1.8 or 1.6, 7 or something like that. 1.7 something. That's
I think
it was just funny that all of the people that were with Big Mom the longest shit themselves when they seen King.
Yeah,
so
that's true. That is true.
Yeah, but we know it's going to be all about strength because we saw this last with Hawkeye Island. It was all about observation haki to grow for Luffy and getting it like in a way that he can see like into the future. Now he's going to focus totally on the ornament haki stuff because he need that as well. Like this is what Oda using right this arcs to make him get to the end of the whole series and getting all the hakis in a high form so he can defeat.
We still arguing the same shit, Virgo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we're arguing King, not King, Queen.
Go ahead, Maraz.
Katakuri. Who's stronger?
So what I'm saying is like you're gonna see now like King and Queen probably having like a great ornament haki stuff, and he needs to get above that to eventually defeat or help to in helping with Kid. What I assume is gonna happen, or even with Big Mom. Now Big Mom is still in play. To defeat Kaido, and that's all about the ornament haki right now because that's what he this whole arc is going to be about.
I mean, we'll see. Honestly, like this arc could go a whole bunch of fucking ways. We're not even sure about the matchups yet. Still, so like,
it's impossible to play the matchup game. It's too much parties.
You know what I mean?
There's so much shit going on.
I don't want to. Like with Queen and King, and especially especially after seeing Katakuri, and Katakuri was fucking impressive. I just want their skill sets need to be devastating in an equal amount of way. They don't have to be exact. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't all need to be these observation monsters, yada yada yada. But they need to have something that we can say is comparative to Katakuri. Because if that's not there, I'm not gonna be able to defend that. For me personally.
And we also just got to take into the fact that Katakuri, just his design and everything, he just looked cool as fuck. So that plays into people's perception of characters. It's just like that's why Katakuri, people hold him on such a high regard. He was super powerful. He was super versatile. Devil fruit, all forms of haki, and then on top of that, his design was cool as fuck. So
Cracker looked cool when he jumped out of the shell too.
No, that's true. That is true. But
he has sparklings at the top attached to his ponytail.
It's the way people like to shit on Cracker just because of the way he went out. And then honestly, Cracker just got impatient. He saw Luffy was fat. He tried to charge it and got wrecked.
I mean, I didn't like Cracker once. I didn't like Cracker the moment he said, "I can't take pain." Once I saw that, it was like, "Why the fuck are you here?"
Yeah,
but
I liked it. They added a new element to like these fights. Like it was Cracker.
He said he don't like it, bro.
Yeah, he said he don't like pain.
Man.
I mean, I don't like pain
whatever.
Either, but I could take a good punch to the face.
Or whatever.
Wait, you don't like Pain? I feel like he was one of the better villains in Naruto.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Wow.
Really.
Cornball.
And I also feel like even with that, even though he said he couldn't take pain or didn't like pain, I feel like if Luffy did that shit to anybody else, they would get knocked out too. Like he said that man flying through hella shit.
Yeah.
I think that's happening to almost everybody. If he hits
it's happening to a lot of people.
KO'd.
That's the weird part. Right?
Yeah, you're not wrong for that.
Yeah,
I mean, like I
thing,
just
and listen. People know, but the thing that people forget is that they were both almost at wits end with stamina,
for sure
as well.
Yeah, that is also true. Yeah, because Cracker was tired as hell.
And like to comment on what you said quietly about the Katakuri thing, like I agree with what you're kind of saying about like his character design and all that, but like for me personally, like Katakuri was what I wanted in a One Piece antagonist for a very long time.
Yeah,
like he like immediately was fucking Luffy up and fucking him up hard. You know what I mean? And seeing that go on throughout the fight and Luffy even doing multiple transformations and entering Snake Man, Katakuri still kept up and matched that. That's like that. He deserves the hype that he gets.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
He does.
Dude.
And like and with Queen and stuff, like I know Queen is not gonna be dodging this nigga in the same way. Queen, you know what I mean? But he needs something that matches that.
Don't play like Queen ain't nimble. Don't think because
no, listen, hey, Bible, I seen him crank that. You know what happened when you see fat boys dance, motherfucker.
Don't think he ain't nimble, boy.
Listen, I seen that motherfucker hit them tippy toes, hee shit. Like, nigga, that nigga's devastating. When you see a fat boy move like that, bro, that nigga's whooping your ass. Period.
Oh man.
I'm telling you, bro, there's gonna be some devastating shit when he comes through.
I feel like most of the commanders to me should not go down until the Fire Festival. I just feel like
I agree.
They should kind of all be there, but it might not happen. It might not play off like
that. I think Oda's using this opportunity, whatever's going on, is just show us what they can do. Because I think for us to go into that last the actual fight without any sort of inkling on their skills and their abilities.
Whoa, dang. So
your mic is fucking up,
again.
Man, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like, for us to go into that final battle without knowing anything about what they could do would be bullshit.
Yeah, I agree. It would be better to see it a little bit now and then wonder, like, oh, shit, I wonder how this is going to be in an actual fight.
Exactly,
you know?
Exactly.
Because we already seen Kings. We know that he's a fucking pterodon. It's like the only person that we haven't seen is Queen. We even seen Kaido's already. Kaido, we already know what he's about already. So it's like that Kaido motherfucking hybrid form though is gonna be disgusting. That's gonna be some shit.
I don't even get hype no more, man. I'm just wait on.
I mean, you've been preaching about Kaido for forever, bro.
I just wait on it. I just wait. I just wait. I just wait to look back at my train station and see how much people have joined.
I'm telling you, no, he's dead the fuck serious.
Okay, a lot of niggas, including me,
Yeah, boys. I'm actually been dealing with some shit right now. I actually need to wrap this up. I'm sorry, guys.
No, you good?
You good, bro?
It's good.
I appreciate fun. Appreciate everybody in the chat coming through, man. Fucking so heavy. We're gonna be here, next week, same shit.
Yes, sir.
We're doing per usual, and we out this.
Hey, early chapter next week, Liz.
Go ahead and throw that hat away too, bro.
Take it easy.
Peace.